So, let's continue and see where we're going with this. Flipping heck. I want to know if... Oh. Ah, yes. We just diagnosed the case of gonorrhea to Mr. Robert Devereaux. Prescribed the application of lead plate to the privy parts. We gave him a cock, a lead cock piece. Yes, as you do in case of gonorrhea. Remember that. Methinks the querent is most pleased with me for the reading I gave today. Yes, yes, it looked very pleased. Look, we already have 70. Though if I were to go about Whitehall Palace wearing a wonder chub, perchance, it will revive the fashion for codpieces. Maybe, who knows? A fancy man, a real fancy man. Anyway. Uh-oh. No, don't do that. That's stalkering. Oh my god. This is not gonna end well with Avis. We went from, oh, let me prescribe you something. You are with child. So, I will help you with that. To, oh my god, let's have sweet, sweet love behind your husband's back. To, oh my god, I'm gonna stand outside your window every single night and just watch you. That is so freaking creepy.
Avis, I did not expect to see you this evening. Do you bring news?
Aye, some very good news.
Yes.
At least if you confirm it for me. Methinks I am with child.
Uh-oh.
How very wondrous. And, have you any idea of who might...
Aye, verily, with child. But I dare not to. Forsooth. What if it be naught but false hope?
Then let us ask the stars without delay.
Yeah.
Is Mistress Avis Allen verily with child?
She completely glided over the fact that I might be the father, but let's not worry about that. Let's just read the stars and see what they say. Oh, this looks complicated. Let's go to the B option. This looks better. Mistress Allen is with child, but they will die, for she will experience some sudden bad luck. Miscarriage, oh no. Oh, that's terrible. A father of Mistress Allen's unborn child is a strong young man that she is romantically involved with. Oh god. At the same time though, I don't think we are a strong young man. I should feel optimistic about the relationship between Avis and me. Evil angels are confusing Mistress Allen. Within a few months it will become clear that she is not with child. Neptune in retrograde. Evil angels! What the hell? Mistress Allen is aging. This increases her chances of being with child. Oof. Mr. Allen family thinks she is lazy. Oh boy. Wow, what a reading, huh? This is a... Mistress Allen is untrustworthy and creative when it comes to her marital duties. I honestly don't know what to make of this. I mean, is that better than like a straight out unborn child dying again? I think that's good for her. At the same time, I don't want this relationship to continue. Oh man. But I feel like if she has another miscarriage, she's gonna freak out. It's better that she is not with child. Just, you know.
I am sorry to tell you, Avis. You are not with child this time.
Nay, verily?
I am afeard.
Verily indeed.
Why?
Why are you so plump at present? Well, you're not as young as you once were, but with a trifle
Ouch.
more exertion around the house.
First you tell me I'm not with child, and then you call me a plump, lazy old woman.
Yikes.
'Tis not I, 'tis the stars. I have no control over...
Oh, how could you speak such... Oh, why must you insult me so? What new imagined sin did I commit that you would punish me for now?
It's the stars.
By my troth, 'twas never my intention to insult you, Avis. But I see I have vexed you. Pray forgive me, Avis.
Fret not, Simon. In truth, I know you mean no harm. Methinks 'tis that such disappointment is hard to bear. I did so wish it to be true, that you and I were to have a child.
Well, tough luck. She had no change in, She will return, though. Oh, whoa. Am I ever to be a mother? Unless... Could Simon be wrong? I am definitely not wrong.
Rich but not satisfied.
Who's this guy now?
You have not tried this one weird trick for displaying your wealth. Buy herbs and confections to boost your complexion and pass idle hours tending to your health.
Who the hell is this guy? Nicholas Mugg. Hello.
Good even, sir. Who do I have the pleasure of welcoming to my chambers this day?
Nicholas Muggs, proprietor of Muggs Rugs down on Silver Street.
The wig makers.
Oh dear.
You supply wigs to players, do you not? I have heard tell of your fine work from some of my playhouse querents.
I thank ye for your kindness, sir. I do hear you are very skilled at your trade also. For are you not the curer of the plague of 92?
Ah, yes, the great plague of
Forsooth,
92.
I do hope you
That
may
was all
cure
my
me
doing.
as well. For though I do not think I have the plague, whatever I have is doubtless most grave, no matter what my wife thinks.
And
what do you mean?
is it your wife thinks?
It be her mind that I have taken naught but a chilly cold in the head. But 'tis not so, Dr. Foreman, for I ache all over.
Yeah, as you do with
My throat is grown sore,
yeah.
and I cough day and
Yeah,
night.
that actually sounds like
Day
a cold.
and night, you say?
Aye, very.
That sounds exactly like a cold.
I see.
I suggest some strong
Then
water
Let us consult the stars. What
Only
does
the best.
ail Nicholas Mugg?
for Nicholas Mugg. Mugg is troubled with hypochondria, possibly induced by witchcraft. This condition could prove one day fatal. Oh, Jesus. Hypochondria indicates the possibility of death, suggests the possibility of witchcraft. Oh, come on now. Mugg is suffering from a cardiac passion characterized by short-windedness and grievous pain both in the heart and through the body. Oh, screw that. He actually has the cold in the head, the symptoms of which includes a cough, short-windedness, a hoarse throat, and pain throughout the body. That sounds extremely plausible. Take my strong water. It's only $9.99 a bottle.
I am pleased to say that your wife is correct, and you have little to worry over. You have what we doctors call frigidus ad hominem, or as it is more commonly known, a man cold.
See, if you sell it like that, a man cold,
cold, you
that's like a
say?
strong
Aye, 'tis
disease.
a cold in the head, suffered uniquely by those of the male sex. And although it be a minor affliction, the suffering can be very great.
A minor affliction, you say? That cannot be right. I bid you check the stars again, sir. For see how ill I am, and my throat grows so hoarse I
You're a
cannot
big
hardly
baby.
I think the trouble in your throat may be occasioned by overuse. Perhaps you might try discoursing less.
Well, I think you ought to know that I will be seeking a second opinion.
Sure, go
As
ahead.
you will, sir. Good day.
I've lost reputation now, but I'm sure he's gonna come back and give me a big boost because I was right. Yeah, man, if you sell it like that, you don't have just a cold. You have the man cold. You know? It sounds dangerous, sounds worse. And you know, for a strong disease such the man cold, only a strong water could be prescribed. Only $9.99. I will now to the apothecary go for a tincture of herbs. An apothecary may always be counted on to sell a man a cure. Sure. Ooh!
Dashing and debonair, he will go far. Oh, London greets him with cries of huzzah.
Huzzah!
He has got always with
love the songs.
Good day, my lord. How may I do
how's
you
the
service?
penis doing?
Would it pertain to some thrilling adventure upon which you may soon be embarking?
Indeed it does. Sir Walter Raleigh and I did recently come across some intelligence concerning a fleet of Spanish ships that will soon be sailing home from the New World, bearing a goodly cargo of gold. Raleigh and I plan to borrow the royal fleet, which we will use to intercept the ships and seize the treasure.
Ah, yes.
Huzzah! But,
Good old piracy.
The Royal Navy, you say?
Aye, only temporarily, of course. The Queen will hardly know her ships are gone. Indeed, when we return them to her bearing a handsome prize of Spanish gold, she will doubtless forgive our failure to file the correct paperwork and whatnot.
Doubtless. And how may I assist your lordship in this glorious endeavour?
Well, in order to intercept the Spanish fleet, we must know which route it is planning to take.
Right.
One possibility is that it returns to Spain having retrieved the gold from the New World's southern continent. The other possibility, and this is the one Sir Walter thinks most likely, is that the gold has already been transported by conquistadors from the southern continent up to Havana, and the ships are to fetch it from there.
Then let us see whether the stars can tell us upon which route the treasure ships may be intercepted on their return to Spain from the New World. Will they be sailing from the southern continent or from the Spanish colony of Havana?
Well, let's see. Let's consult the stars. Option A. The crew of the Spanish ship happened upon the gold by conquering and killing its owners. Mars is in Aries, suggests victory. Ooh, that's nice. Pluto represents death, though. And a sudden change in fortune because of Uranus. Man, first gonorrhea, now Uranus. To the conquering of foreign people, the King of Spain is establishing a fine cultural legacy for future generation. Yeah, what a good one as well. They represent authority, such as creativity. It gets refinement and foreigners. Let's see option B. This should be the Havana one. Women factor into the Spaniards' travel plans. What? Devereaux should trust his friend Riley's instinct. And the Spanish sailor had a shameful secret that relates to a lack of self-control. What? I mean, legacy. The Sun, Venus in Taurus, Jupiter, Mercury, and then we have Mars in Aries. I don't like this Pluto and Uranus. Like death and sudden change in fortune. Could this make it go wrong somehow? I mean, Mars suggests victory, but I don't know if it's victory for the Spanish people. A shameful secret. I kind of want to know that. Alright, let's go with this one. Let's see what happens.
The stars are of the same mind as your friend Sir Walter Raleigh. Now, for regardless of where the Spaniards load their ships with gold, they will stop at the port of Havana. It seems the Spanish sailors will be unable to calm their carnal desires.
Excellent, excellent. But where are we to intercept them? Pray, give me the precise day, latitude, and longitude.
Well, I mean, that is
certainly, my
not
lord.
how it works.
But divining nautical coordinates is a somewhat lengthy and complex process. If your lordship would kindly return in an hour or so...
Quickly, sir! I have not the time to bide here all day.
Oh, boy.
Well then, let me see now. Taking into account the position of Jupiter, divide by 3.
Carry the one, yeah.
Yes. The Spanish treasure ships may be intercepted upon the 15th day of October at a
That is
latitude
like...
of 9 and 40 degrees north and 5 and 20 degrees west. Or thereabouts. That said, however, I cannot promise you that...
Excellent. Raleigh and I shall sail to
That
this
I
very
just
spot.
bullshit him.
Huzzah!
Huzzah!
Godspeed, my lord.
Yes, huzzah. Oh my god, he's gonna come back and kill me. Yeah. I wonder if my men have yet contrived to scrape all that damnable manchego cheese off my astrolabe. Well, hopefully, by the time you go on... Ooh! Who's this one? Wait, Blog? Blog?
Take Alice for a fool. Alice Blog, she is no fool.
She's the wife of... Who was the Blog? Who was the other Blog? I don't know.
Good evening to you, madam. How might I...
Aye, pray go tell your master, Mr. Foreman, that Mistress Alice Blogg is come to see him.
Ah, Mistress Blugg. It is I, Dr. Simon Foreman, at your service. And what an honour it is to welcome the wife of the Dean of Rochester
Oh, the
to
Dean,
my
of
humble
course,
practice.
of course.
To
The guy that
whom do
invested
I owe
money.
my thanks for having recommended you to my care.
Well, I will not lie, you owe your thanks to nobody, for folk do tell me that you are not a real doctor, but a quack.
How dare they?
Who does conjure demons and dabbles most unlawfully in the dark arts.
That's a lie.
I do assure you, madam, that whatever you may have heard, I am
Nay,
a...
nay, do not quibble, sir. If I did seek the counsel of a doctor who has one of those fancy medical degrees, or the kind of high-bred know-it-all who does see fit to judge a woman and vex her most cruelly, I would have gone elsewhere.
Right.
But, truth be told, I have need of such a man as you, for I have been bewitched by a witch.
No.
Ah, I see.
Yea,
Not a witch.
loathsome spell has been cast upon me. It does cause me to awaken in the morning with a most terrible pain in my head. A pain so wretched it does have me chundering into my chamber pot.
Oh boy.
Pain in the head and involuntary purging. And what leads you to believe your suffering is occasioned by witchcraft?
Well, the timing is most unnatural. My troubles do occur every Saturday morning without fail. I suspect the doings of our
I
new
suspect
neighbour,
that you've
the
been
widow
drinking on Friday
McDoom.
night.
As well as being Scottish, she does possess several cats.
Several cats, you say? Hmm.
One or two of which I may have kicked, and now she has seen fit to take revenge upon me with her dark, foreign magic.
Yes, Scottish magic.
Indeed. Scotland is well known for the powerful black witchcraft practiced by its womenfolk.
Yes.
But as compelling as this evidence may be, my practice does draw upon the latest scientifical arts.
The stars.
To diagnose your condition, I must first perform a rigorous astronomical analysis. So, let us see now, what do the stars say is the cause of your Saturday morning suffering?
You see, because nothing is more scientific than the stars, planets, you know? The real science. The physics kind of science. Yes. Now, let's see where Jupiter is this time. The sun means the condition is chronic. She suffers from the noxious food or drink. Yeah, this is probably right. This suggests severe addiction every Saturday morning. Yes. Or Alice is experiencing early symptoms of being with child. The presence of the moon suggests that the symptoms are acute. Nah, I don't think that's the one. She is bewitched. Uranus suggests that a mild enchantment is cast by a witch. Oh my god. Pluto is in retrograde. The illness will get worse before it gets better. I mean, as much as I'd like to listen to Uranus, I think I'm gonna have to go with this one.
Madam, may I delicately inquire as to whether it be the habit of you and your husband to take wine with supper? On Friday evenings, perchance? Drinking a little overmuch on occasion is nothing to be ashamed of. Many of my most respectable querents do find that a fine French claret can be deceptively...
Oh, nay, more's the pity. My husband is a tiresome teetotaler who prefers to spend his evenings writing sermons and counting coin. He hardly ever accompanies me to the tavern on Fridays.
Right.
Does he not? Well, in any case, I am much afraid that the ale you do consume upon these tavern visits may be to blame for your affliction. The consumption of strong drink can provoke an excess of black bile, which does cause the body to purge itself the following day. I do advise you to consider...
Then I am not bewitched. But But if that be true, then to poor Molly McDoon I have been most rude and unneighbourly. For shame.
For
I
shame.
must go to her this hour and apologise.
Apologies to
Very
the
well,
poor
Mr.
Scottish
Foreman,
woman.
I must bid you good day.
You're ignoring the problem, though, but sure, that's fine by me. I don't care, really. May I suggest some strong water in the morning, though? Just a little bit. Hair of the dog. She was a little pleased. I will invite my Scottish neighbour to take a consolatory pint of ale with me. Oh, that's not gonna work. Oh, mug again. How's the man cold going?
Accused to us violence, but they call it science. They mock our beliefs and belittle our fears.
What is happening to this guy? The scheme of big physic?
Ah, well met, Mr. Mugg. How fare you since our first consultation?
It seems as you were right.
There
Though
you
I
go.
was in sooth
That's a
much
big
troubled
one.
with the vile disease of, what did you say it was?
The man cold.
Fudgipus and Honeyman.
Wait, sorry,
I
what?
did not die.
Rigifugipus?
Frigidus
What?
ad hominem. I am most glad to hear it, sir. Indeed, you do look well.
Well, mayhap I look well now, but 'twill not be for long.
Oh, no.
I have been poisoned.
Poisoned? By the saints! Who is the author of this foul deed?
My friend George Sprottle, the bookbinder.
The
I
Sprottle.
did dine with him not
Of course
2
it's him.
hours ago.
Ah, I see. A bout of evil digestion.
Yes.
Pray tell, was there turned meat or some such at table?
Nay, not meat. 'Twas a pie full of cherries. I had a bite of it afore I knew what I was
you
eating.
got the shit.
cherries,
I
you say?
see.
Aye, cherries. And this after I took particular care to give Mistress Sprottle a list of foods I must not eat. I added cherries to the list when I did hear that the Countess of Devonshire has declared against their noxious qualities.
The Countess of Devonshire, you say? Noxious.
Is this guy
qualities.
like
Indeed. And now
a
your
conspiracy
symptoms, Mr.
theorist
Mugg.
of other times?
Had you any reaction after eating these cherries?
My reaction? Well, I reacted as any man would. I spat them out. How
Oh.
know you what Mr. Sprottle did then, Dr. Foreman?
Nay, but pray tell.
He did laugh at me. He even called me a dinner-ralphing fusspot. Fie, I may soon be in the grave, thanks to George. Will he still be laughing
I mean, if you
then?
didn't eat them, then
Well,
why are
let us
you
not speculate, shall we, Mr. Mugg?
even
Now,
poisoned?
let us see what the stars may tell us. What ails Nicholas Mugg?
Yeah, I mean, he's freaking crazy, that's what. I ate some cherry pie. You really didn't, though. Mug is splenetic, occasioned by rancorous behavior. Splenetic? The hell? An affliction of the spleen? I don't think so. Mug is suffering from cherry poisoning? Is that even a real thing? I mean... fuck it. Bad-tempered frightful. Yeah, I guess by rancorous behavior. But I can't tell him that he's just being a dick. But if I lie and I'm telling him it's cherry poisoning, he's gonna go and make a mess. Oh man, what do we do? I don't want to foment his crazy views of the world and his conspiracy theories. Ah, screw it. I'm a doctor. I have to tell the truth. Unless it's Avis and, you know, I have to bang her. Somebody.
Your condition has been provoked by the rancor you feel toward your host for having ignored your alimentary demands. These feelings have caused your spleen to produce ill humours, which you are presently venting in the form of bilious anger. Hence it will quickly pass.
I see. But what of the cherries I ate?
Cherries are perfectly safe to eat. Truly, Mr. Mugg, you must abandon these absurd and superstitious notions about the evils of particular fruits and
Yes.
vegetables.
Must I?
Yeah, you really
Aye.
should.
With the exception of onions,
Oh,
of course.
onions, terrible.
For onions do render a man susceptible to the plague.
Onions, verily. I thank you for the warning,
Oh my
Dr.
God, we
Foreman.
just gave him
I shall add
another one.
onions to my list.
No, the point is that you don't have to make a list. Oh, God, he didn't listen to a single word I said. God damn it. Has the Countess of Devonshire discoursed upon the evils of onions? I must inquire. Damn it. Fap not? I mean...
For many queerance thou hast known. If one chooseth to forsake thee, find solace with
Yeah, I mean, not wrong.
William! Ah, there you are.
Let me see William.
Did
I need to
Mistress
see
Allen
him.
call whilst I was out this day? Nay?
Oh god, they
Not quite
don't
sure
show
about that, are
William.
you? I see. I cannot understand it. Why has Avis not come these past weeks? Does she no longer wish to see me?
Look, she's gone. Forget Avis, okay? She's way too much trouble. I've been deprived of the tender favors of late, but my fortune seems to be reversing. I expect to see Avis again soon. Mistress Allen's reluctance to see me is but the legacy of my unpleasant manner towards her in the past, provoked by my suspicious fancies. Could be, could be. Or it was cruel of Avis to allow me to hope that we would one day be together. It was really cruel, yeah. Avis feels that she has treated her husband carelessly. It is only self-constraint and a sense of duty towards her husband that keeps Avis from calling me. It could be, you know. She kinda likes us, but she doesn't know any better. Like, she's careless. She still thinks that she should, you know, be a good wife. She is married, and it is the, like, what is it, the 1500s or something? Avis' feeling cannot be trusted. She harbors romantic feelings towards another man. Avis does not know who has fathered the child she carries. That is also very true. Wait, does she carry a child? Did we agree that she wasn't? I'm gonna go with B. You know, sense of duty towards the husband. I like that.
I see. 'Tis not that she no longer loves me. 'Tis that she is trying to be faithful to her husband. Wagging tongues of affrighted Avis, or else made her feel too ashamed to see me. Doubtless she will return to me by and by when she's ready. But for now, methinks I might pursue other romantic possibilities that have lately arisen.
Like what? Who? I don't know any of those. How about the Scottish witch? That sounds like a good catch. I have oft remarked the power of my charms have over my lady querence. Oh, we got mail. Sir, I must thank you for resolving the misunderstanding betwixt me and my neighbor, Mistress Molly McDoon. McDoon? Yeah, we need to meet that Molly. You advised me that my Saturday morning headaches and chunderings were not caused by her witchcraft, but by my consumption of strong drink. You spoke true, and for that I am grateful. Although, if Molly was not then the author of my suffering, she surely is now, for since we have become friends, we go together to the tavern every Friday. Oh my god. According to Alice Blake. Letter of recommendation. Oh, nice. She gave me some, Good stuff. Ooh, Emilia! I like this one.
And that is a description done, for she is our lady. She's not a lady.
Good day, Mistress Lanier. Much time has passed since I last saw you. How do you fare?
In truth, not well, Dr. Foreman, not well at all.
Oh no.
Then I am full sorry for it, madam. Pray, tell me what manner of ill has befallen you?
First, I must beseech your pardon, sir.
What?
For methinks Mr. S may verily be my prowler after all, as you did surmise.
Think nothing of it, madam. But what has made you change your mind about...
I have been publicly humiliated.
What?
Mr. S has been circulating a collection of insulting sonnets about an unnamed dark lady, and all of London thinks this dark lady is me.
What the
Well, your
hell?
complexion is rather, That is to
I
say...
am described as having foul breath and black wires for hair. Though methinks the very
racist.
worst line is the one that tells of a gross body rising at the utterance of my name. And I cannot abide illusions, Dr. Foreman. If Mr. S wishes to reference bodily levitation and other such cheap stage magic, he would do well to leave my name out of it. My interest is in the dramatic arts, not fairground attractions.
I am not sure that is quite his meaning.
Dr. Foreman, you know of Mr. William Shakespeare, then? Do not tell me you have read the sonnets.
Well, I own that I have. But as you did remark, madam, all of London has read them.
Oh, well, I am undone. My professional reputation is now utterly spoiled, for now the whole world will look upon me as naught but Mr. Shakespeare's fancy wench. No longer will they judge me on my own merits.
Let us hope it is not as grave as that, madam. Have you discoursed upon the matter with him?
Nay, I dare not confront him about it. For we are almost at an end with our work on a play, and I dare not risk it not being staged.
Then let us see what the stars advise. What may Mistress Lanier do to restore her professional reputation?
Ah, that's gonna be a tough one. Alright. Mrs. Lanier harbors secret thoughts of adultery, which relates somehow to her intellect and her feelings of dissatisfaction. Ooh, damn. Moon falling into Scorpio, Venus in detriment in Scorpio. Oh. Mrs. Lanier is ignorant of her romantic feelings, and this must be reversed. Mrs. Lanier should abandon her career ambitions and revert to her true vocation, bringing forth new life. Wow, that is a terrible option. Mistress Lanier is confused about her feelings for me? How interesting. No, wait, what? That's not what I meant. God will help Miss Lanier if she exercises constraint and discipline. The relationship between Mr. Shakespeare and Mistress Lanier is not an equal one. Shakespeare's arrogance will overshadow Emily's contribution to the play, the writing. Miss Lanier must find a way to dissociate her name from these sonnets, for if she does not, her literary legacy will be betrayed by association with them. I mean... Here's the thing though, we don't know that Shakespeare is gonna be famous. Feelings for me? Was Uranus? You know, we need to chase Uranus. Where is it? Sun falling in Libra, Mars falling in Cancer, Moon falling in Scorpio. Don't listen to Uranus. I must. Actually, there it is. Oh, but it's in retrograde. Oh, that's not good. And Pluto in retrograde. But Pluto in retrograde is good because Pluto is death. And retrograde means it's life. It's the opposite. But I don't want to tell her to be a good... like... abandon all your... See, the adultery comes from her intellect and the dissatisfaction. Abandon the career. Oh man, that sucks. I don't want to tell her that. Yona, how are you? How's it going? I don't want to tell her to be a perfect woman as society from like the 1500s expect her to be. But these other options are not good as well. I mean, telling her to dissociate from Shakespeare. You got calprot in your arm. Oh, you did the myography, electromyography, or whatever it was called. EMG, yeah. Bruh. It's a bit shit, isn't it? hope to never get tasered. Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't feel good. I'm gonna go with C. You know what? Maybe she's gonna distance herself from Shakespeare, but... I mean, at least she's gonna still pursue the literary career, maybe, hopefully.
You are right to be concerned about the damage to your reputation, Mistress Lanier, for there is a danger that your partnership with Mr. Shakespeare and his depiction of you in his sonnets will forever overshadow your own literary achievements.
God's womb. But what can I do to forestall such an injustice?
I suggest you spread a rumour of your own about another lady. For instance, there is a brothel owner in Clerkenwell they call Black Luce. If you were to put it about that she is the subject of Shakespeare's sonnets,
this is a terrible
reputation no harm.
I didn't want to
Indeed,
say this.
The effect will be quite the reverse, for doubtless there be many a manor present who would pay handsomely for a tumble with Shakespeare's dark lady.
Well, indeed. I do feel 'tis most important to advance the interests of my
She's happy
fellow
about it,
women,
though.
especially those seeking to make their way in business.
Yes.
Do you see that, Dr. Foreman? 'Tis your mute Italian querent, Signor Ferraro.
I remember the guy, yes.
Staring at us through the window.
Is he?
Oh god.
Then doubtless he
I
has
told
come
you
for
he's a
another
stalker.
consultation.
God damn it, Mr. Ferraro's gonna be next, guys. Get ready. Hey, we got the letter of recommendation. That makes 2, I think. Not only shall I rescue my reputation, I shall be a good ally to this... What was her name again? Yes, Black Luce, yes. But, let's get ready for some Mr. Ferraro. Yes. It really does like an Italian cliche. Oh my god. Yeah, that's him.
Good day, senor, and well met.
Tis I,
Oh, God.
Riccardo Ferraro,
Oh, my God.
come once again to see the great Dottore Simon Foreman.
Indeed, I did recognize you, senor. How may I assist you this day?
I am ill. I tell you my problems. First problem. I do make a chandar in the
Oh
morning.
boy.
Next problems. My belly does swell and my chest tis a most tender to the touch.
What?
And now, for the very most terrible of problems. I have the big feels. One moment I do weep, and the next I do curse and gnash my teeth. So, Dottore, you tell what ails me, huh? You wanna make a water into this cup?
What?
Un momento, I make the water.
What the hell?
Not
Don't
in my...
piss on a
Prithee,
cup.
hold. If you please, senor. As with our previous consultations, I shall be judging your illness by reading the stars.
So, you need not my...
Nay,
Wait,
senor,
wait,
I have
wait.
no
I saw
need
the
of it.
mustache was dropping.
Whilst 'tis
He's
true
faking
that
it.
most physicians do spy and sniff their patients' urine, I find this method of piss-pot diagnosis most imprecise.
Yes, I would like to
Indeed,
go by
the
my day
practice is
without
quite
smelling some
primitive.
piss.
'Tis my belief that if medicine is to advance in this modern age, we must all adopt a more scientifical method. I am quite sure history will bear me out on this question.
Yes, yes.
This is scientific method. This reading my diagnosis in the
Yes,
stars?
it's a good method.
Precisely so. Speaking thereof, perchance we may consult the stars now. What illness troubles Signor Riccardo Ferraro?
Oh my god. How did I get into this game? I was playing Remnant yesterday and the game crashed like 3 times in a row. So I had to stop playing it and I just jumped on whatever was next on the list, which was this one. It looked funny, so I kind of wanted to play it. How I missed a joke? Was there a joke? Hang on. Oh, you! I hate you, Yona. Shut up! How dare you? How dare you? I get it now. You really want me to start speaking in Italianese? Because I can and I will, you know? Don't test me. You really got what you wanted, damn it. Okay, this guy suffered from a swollen belly, a tender chest, a chundering and moodiness. He's pregnant. I mean... Signor Ferraro is troubled with apoplexy, a condition of the brain provoked by a sudden fit. It affects sensory perception and causes swollen neck veins, memory loss, and gnashing of the teeth. But we know it's wrong because Uranus is in retrograde. So that is probably wrong. We only follow Uranus, not when it's in retrograde. When it's normal Uranus. Signor Ferraro suffers from mattering in the breast, which is a gathering of corrupt matter in the chest area, occasioning pain in the breast. I don't think so. You would only follow Uranus? Only if it's not in retrograde, you know. Signor Ferraro is with child. Yes, of course.
This is exceeding strange. Your complaints of a tender chest, morning purges, swelling, along with the positions of the planets, they suggest you are with child.
You would judge me, a man, as being with a child? Gods of blood! What kind of a dottore are you?
Well, indeed, it does seem strange. I may have gotten my calculations wrong. Unless, of course, your moustache is naught but a cunning disguise. But I jest, Signor. It was not my intention to doubt your manliness.
You jest! A lady who would disguise herself as a man? So silly. I think you see too many plays by Mr. Shakespeare, huh? Riccardo Ferraro bids you good day.
Hang on a second. Hang on a second. I'll see you next time, Riccardo. I give you some of the good water, yes? Yes, good. God's blood, that was a close shave. It is a woman, isn't it? Like, the mustaches are fake. The freaking... Everything else is like... I think just... I don't know. Penciled on or something. He will return, we'll see. Oh my god, not this guy again.
Good day, Mr. Mugg. Pray tell, did the matter with the, cherries resolve itself in the end?
Aye, indeed. I did tell my friend, Mr. Sprottle,
Yes,
what you
Mr.
said about how
Sprottle.
my shouting at him was owing to an upset of bile in my spleen. I also did speak
There
to
you
him
go.
on the evils
See,
of
we got him.
onions. I think he was most interested.
Yes, the evil of
And
onions.
what may I assist you with this day, Mr. Mugg?
I have the spotted fever.
You what
I
now?
must begin treatment now, or else I will...
Hold, sir. The spotted fever is exceeding rare. Why would you think you have such a disease?
Well, sir, not only am I covered all over in red spots, I have lately taken to chundering, such as are the very symptoms listed in the medical book I did read.
Right.
I am already taking the treatment Mr. Cogan prescribes. But now I require...
You mean to say you have read Thomas Cogan's Haven of Health? Why, that is a most technical book, writ for doctors and medical students. How did you come to be reading it?
My friend George Sprottle did bind a printing of it in his shop. He kindly let me spy some pages afore 'twas sent up to Cambridge.
He's allergic to the
Dr.
medicine.
Foreman, I forget myself. You have no medical degree, so you doubtless have not read it. Mayhap if I ask George
How
nicely-
Sir, I...
dare you?
Let us consult the stars.
Get out of my
See
office.
if they may tell us what ails you.
What a monster of a man. Mugg suffers from hypochondria induced by the appearance of benign pimples on the privy member. No, I don't think so. Next you're going to say, I'm Italian. Oh, what a terrible man. Mug is troubled with evil digestion. No. Mug has the spotted fever. Fever? I don't believe that he has the spotted fever. I mean, it could be hypochondriac, honestly. That definitely sounds like him. Unfortunately, Uranus is not telling me anything, so... I'm gonna just go with hypochondria. I think this guy is definitely...
The spots on your privy member suggest a mild venereal disease.
Yes.
Such pustules can appear so foul in appearance as to induce involuntary upward purging, as is the case here. It's also indicated that you suffer from hypochondria.
Dr. Foreman, did you not hear me? I said nothing of spots being on my yardle. On my word, I know not why folk even bother with doctors. Not now we have books to consult. One thing more, if you please, Dr. Foreman, for I feel I must give you warning.
Oh boy,
a
we
great
fucked up.
storm is coming. I feel it in my bones, and my bones do always speak true. You would do well to bide indoors at the first sign of wind and rain.
What?
God keep you well, Dr. Foreman.
Oh, he did not like that we lost reputation. Now the common folk know how to read, we shall soon have no more need of doctors. Yes. You're the kind of guy that uses WebMD, goes to the ER because he thinks he has, like, cancer or something. And it's just like a little bit of acid reflux. Oh, Thomas Blogg! I met your wife, by the way.
Thy servant Thomas Blagg, reach forth thy gracious hand, and slap sense in
Yes. Perfect.
Good morrow, Dean Blagg. How fare you this day?
Well, Dr. Foreman, I must own that I do not fare
Oh
well.
no.
For my recent investments have left me in a rather vexing financial position.
Verily, that is ill to hear.
Aye. Sir Walter Raleigh's quest for El Dorado failed most woefully.
I told you.
Just as you predicted.
Yeah.
His ships did return
Bam.
loaded with naught but a few sacks of worthless root vegetables.
Potatoes,
cannot fathom it.
potatoes.
We are Englishmen. We do not eat
The
vegetables.
potatoes.
Aye, a disappointing outcome indeed.
Oh, but that is all by the by. For you will be pleased to know that I put my remaining fortune into a new venture so assured of success that I will make all my money back and more.
Right.
Assured, you say? How very reassuring.
I have invested in an expedition to intercept a fleet of Spanish ships.
Oh, boy.
Carrying gold back from the New
Oh,
World.
boy.
For this expedition, Sir Walter Raleigh will be joined by that famous military
Oh,
genius,
boy.
Robert Devereux, the Earl of Essex. So success is virtually guaranteed.
Oh boy, oh boy.
There is but one small worry, however.
Ah, only one?
Yeah.
Aye. 'Tis that Raleigh and Essex set sail full 2 months past, but there is yet no tidings of
Oh
them.
shit.
Such silence is a trifle vexing. Have they yet captured the Spanish treasure ships? Surely no ill has befallen them.
A most vexing mystery indeed. Let us see whether the stars can tell us what has become of this expedition.
Oh god. Please tell me I didn't send them to death. Also, is that true, Hexe? You guys in England don't do vegetables? I mean, surely you must know these things. As you right now are representing the entirety of England. And you must tell us. How much do you hate vegetables on a scale from 1 to 10? Waiting. I'm just staring at the chat right now. I don't think I could exist without roast potatoes. Well, those are roots, technically, so let's talk about other vegetables. What about other vegetables? Excluding potatoes, how do you guys do with vegetables? That's a very important question, Hexe, because it's gonna be crucial for something. Potatoes don't count. Potatoes are great. Who says that they aren't is just wrong. But you know the rest of the vegetables, the greens especially. How do you do with the greens? And by you I mean the entire English population. Vegetables are fine, I guess. I don't know about that. Angels with vested blessing upon Blog, but he must be patient. Mercury and Venus in Scorpio. Blake is a lazy fantasist who indulges in excess of creative thinking. That's not good. A violent battle is being waged in a foreign clime. Oh my goodness. God has granted Blake good intuition. The moon shines in benevolent light upon the Blake family fortune though, so that could be good. The expedition has been endangered by secret information from an untrustworthy authority, which could be us. Untrustworthy? How very dare the stars throw shade upon my honor thus? My skill in reading navigation coordinates in the stars is unimpeachable. Where's Uranus? Plug is being careless with his financial legacy. Uh-oh. His Uranus, but he's in retrograde, so that's not good. Raleigh and Nexus are sailing their ship in the wrong direction and will suffer reversal of fortune. Damn. I mean, it is true that I bullshitted my way to the coordinates, so I might just have to say this.
Bad tidings for your family's fortune, I fear. The Earl of Essex and Sir Walter Raleigh did sail their fleet into the middle of nowhere, with not a Spanish treasure ship in sight. It would seem their geographical information was at fault, having been obtained from a most unreliable and untrustworthy authority.
Truly? I am ruined. Zoons! My goose is cooked! Mistress Blarg will have me baked into pies!
I mean, it's not my fault if you... Oh, well, it kinda is. Oh, Lord have mercy. Spare my wife the news of my wretched penury. Emilia, come back. Don't call her wench. Come on. She's a fine lady. What happened? Why is the music so angry at Emilia?
Good day, Mistress Lanier. Pray, come in and take comfort by the fire. The wind is fierce and cold this day.
Did you see him this time, Dr. Foreman? He did it again. He ran off the moment he saw me.
See who, madam?
Your patient, Signor Ferraro.
Oh my god, leave him alone. He's a
Indeed,
weirdo.
I was expecting him to come for a consultation this day, but he changed his mind and ran off, you say. Huh, how very mysterious.
Truly, 'tis as if all men are determined to use me ill.
Surely not all men, madam. I, for one, remain most devotedly at your service. My dear lady, I do not need to read the stars to see that something grave has befallen you. Pray, tell me what it is.
Yesterday I did meet with Mr. Shakespeare to discourse upon our new play, which is to open this week at the theatre in Shoreditch. But though I was determined not to confront him about the sonnets he wrote about me, 'twas difficult to hide the heaviness I did feel in his company.
Oh boy.
I can well imagine, madam.
So then, well, he remarked upon my dark humour. To wit, he said to me, Emilia, your pretty brow does furrow, so I will kiss it smooth.
Wow.
And I sense that you did not receive this well?
Indeed,
I mean,
did not.
told her, though,
For
that he was in love with her.
I was so enraged by this, I reversed my flagon of ale full over his head. Whereon he rose from his stool, declaring I was the most ungrateful and unworthy wench in all of Christendom.
What a
and then
dick,
he flew
Shakespeare.
out of the tavern like a bat from out the gates of hell.
A most vivid image, and no doubt most apt. Men who work in playhouses are prone to indulging in such melodrama, of course.
Yeah.
Why so many ladies care for such men in preference of those employed in solid, stable professions?
Yeah, it's like doctors, you
I shall
know.
never understand.
And if only that were all. For this morning, I saw a bill advertising our play posted on the wall
Your
in
name
my
wasn't
street.
on it.
It bears his name and not
I
mine.
knew it.
Verily? Surely not. Mayhap there has been some error made.
Nay, Dr. Foreman, 'tis no error, for I rushed to the theatre to see what was amiss, but I was refused admittance. Indeed,
Oh
the player
my God.
who came to the door denied all knowledge of my collaboration on the play. Methinks Mr. Shakespeare is exacting his petty vengeance upon
I
me
mean, I
for
did tell
rejecting
you he
his
would do
sly
that.
suit by denying me credit for my work. And he means to deal with me by pretending I do not exist, as if I were a ghost. Or is it he who has become the ghost? In truth, I am not yet sure how that metaphor should work.
What monstrous perfidy! Pray tell me what I might do to punish this wretched scribbler. Though I am not adept with a sword, I do have a book that instructs in how to command nefarious spirits.
Oh, prithee, sir,
Wait, am I a
come not in
necromancer
search
now?
of vengeance, but to seek answers. As you know, I have been ill-treated by my husband, and now I am betrayed by Mr. Shakespeare. Pray, read the stars and answer me this, Dr. Foreman. Will I ever be able to trust, even love, a man again?
Wow, what a question, huh? There's only one answer. I mean... Oh, wow. Okay. Uh-oh. Emilia secretly wishes to commit adultery with a man of high intelligence. Uh-oh. You don't know. Shut up, Hexa. You don't know. You don't read. You can't read the future. That's my job. Emilia's friends have been unworthy of her confidence. The relationship betwixt Emilia and me is currently wrought by confusion, and I hope it stays that way. Wait, hang on. God rewards men who invest time in their friendships with comely women. Yes, true. Emilia's literary legacy has been betrayed by Mr. Shakespeare. Very true. Mistress Lania is ignorant of the love she inspires, but her ignorance will be reversed. Emilia's present adversity may bring change and new life into the form of a child. Uh-oh, Uranus is in retrograde. That doesn't sound good. But that's the only option I have.
To your question of whether there yet be a man in this world worthy of your trust and affections, forsooth, I have never seen an arrangement of stars that speaks so clearly.
Verily? Then pray tell, what answer does it give?
My dear lady, the answer you seek need not be divined by reading the stars. It may be read in the signs you see
I'm hitting on
before
Emilia.
you now. To wit, the answer you seek is right in front of you.
I am afeard I do not follow, Dr. Foreman. 'Tis your feather quill, a half-eaten apple, your desk is a little untidy, and I must confess the symbolism in Flemish still-life painting has always quite confounded me. Take a skull, for instance. What sense does a skull make alongside a bowl of...
Oh, I think she got it.
Below? 'Tis clear to me now, your face was always hid in shadow, but 'tis you, Mr. Foreman. You are the man who has been prowling me
Wait,
these
what the
last
hell?
months.
Was I stalking?
Dearest, loveliest Amelia.
Oh my God.
Allow me to profess to you my undying admiration for your charms, which are not insignificant.
God's womb et tu, Dr. Foreman. Fie, you of all men to betray me thus. But 'tis true. I now see the answer. For I know now never again to trust a man to guide me. Henceforth, I shall write under my own name, and when there are decisions to be made, I shall take my own counsel and make my own judgments.
Good for you.
By the by, methinks I do at last understand that prediction you made for me some years ago, Dr. Foreman.
Years?
The one about how belief is required if I am to succeed. 'Tis a belief I must hold not in the inevitability of my own personal success, but of the successes of the women who will come after me. Farewell, Dr. Foreman. And Clean your desk. Verily, it is quite disgusting.
Oh. Yikes. Oh well, we finished the case of Emilia. At least we got a recommendation, you know? Did we? Yeah, we got it. We're very close with Sybil and with Thomas Blogg, but I think I screwed that one up. And I hope I didn't screw Devereaux over, because he was also very close. We will achieve equal treatment even if it takes us 100 years, or a little bit more than that. Oh, we got mail. Sir, I must beseech you not to encourage my husband Nicholas in his fanciful notions. I bid you consider the trouble you are causing our family by emboldening his delusions. Your current long-suffering wife, Sarah Mugg. I mean, I'm trying to help him, but he just keeps... Who the hell is this guy?
Much does depend, much, on his choice of a spouse. He must be well, to consecrate wealth, no matter the cost, to love and to have.
Seems like the perfect victim for that crazy woman going around killing rich people after marrying them.
Good day to you, young sir, and well met. You are Lancelot Moore of Middlesex, are you not? What an honour it is to welcome a son of the great house of Moore to my humble consulting chambers.
'Tis indeed I, Lancelot Moore. I will own it. But hear this. My family is ignorant of my designs in coming here, and I wish them to remain so.
Okay.
Which is why I come to you, Mr. Foreman. For methinks you are not such a man who would ever find himself in the company of a family such as ours.
I see.
Ah, well, you may count upon my discretion, Mr. Moore. And what is the matter that brings you this day?
'Tis that my family wish me to marry my wretched cousin Barbara.
Oh,
And
no,
I take it
Barbara.
you would not wish to comply.
Nay, I verily would not. Cousin Barbara is a vile little minx. She loves nothing more than to sport with me and play cruel japes. Last Christmas, she even hid a dead mouse in my mince pie.
Ew.
The lady does seem most spirited.
The lady? Oh, pish. Cousin Barbara is hardly a lady, for she is not 14 years of age. It is most unnatural to ask a grown man to wed a child.
I mean...
Indeed it is.
Yes.
'Tis my belief that in these enlightened times we should consider...
Verily, Barbara be
Yes.
damned. My heart belongs to a true woman,
Oh.
not a freckled, scrawny slip of a
Do
girl.
you have someone in mind?
A full-blossomed woman.
Oh boy, here we
A
go.
woman, you say?
Aye, Marion.
Marion.
My other cousin.
Ah, yes.
I see.
Of course.
Ah, Marion. So beguiling are her shapely charms. Oh, to lie, if not to die, in Marion's arms. So soft her lips, so sweet her face. Oh, how I yearn for her embrace.
All right. Calm
In me
down.
She hath such
What
passion
is happening?
stirred. A fever
What?
rises in
Did we just pass out?
But nay, I pray for death and would be martyred if from her I be thus parted. And so you see, you must help me forestall this wretched marriage so
Huh?
that I might wed my sweet cousin Marion.
What? Sorry, I think I fell
Mr.
asleep.
Foreman? Mr. Foreman?
Yes, indeed.
Spaced
Let us
out.
see what the stars advise.
Yes.
How might Mr. Moore avoid this marriage to his cousin Barbara?
Jesus. What's the name of the crazy one going around killing people? Is it Emma Sharp? I think it's Emma Sharp. Health condition. Yeah, it's Emma Sharp. Okay, let's see how he can avoid the marriage with Barbara. If Moore spreads a rumor about Barbara being sexually active, the marriage plans will be abruptly cancelled. That is a good way to destroy the life of a child. This house suggests Barbara is with child. Oh my god. She may not be as cussed as she's seen. Holy shit. An appeal to Moore's vanity may induce him to travel abroad. Oh, nice. That's actually a good one. Or will be able to extract himself from this engagement once he has come of age and has control over his fortune. One should betray his family by serving his country. He should go to war. Oh. Or Barbara is secretly unhappy about the marriage. Ah. God's aid will come via cousin Barbara, who is both intelligent and rebellious. Yes. Oh, there's more intuition. Tell him about this marriage. Therein lies the key to unraveling this engagement. Okay. Yes, that actually sounds good. Hang on a second though. Let me quickly check where Uranus is. Yeah, exactly, Hexen. I see you're also a man of fine taste. Always looking for Uranus. It's in retrograde, unfortunately. Yeah, we don't want that. Let's go with C.
It is apparent you do not wish to marry your cousin Barbara. But have you considered whether she wishes to marry you?
Nay, but I cannot think why she would not want to marry me. I am exceeding eligible.
I mean, a dead
doubtless you
mouse
are, Mr. Moore.
in the pie.
But do you not think her unkind japes may indicate she harbours some degree of malice towards you?
Mayhap you are right. I did find a toad in my bed Thursday last. 'Tis as if Barbara were possessed by a demon.
Right?
Very possibly. And thus possessed, she may be distracted and not wholly aware of your, fine qualities. I advise you to simply bide your time. For the stars suggest she is a cunning maid who plans to thwart the marriage using a method of her own devising.
Verily? Then I will leave it all to Barbara, as you advise.
Yes.
But it shall be on your head if I'm forced to marry her, Mr. Foreman.
Methinks the queen was a little pleased, at least. Mayhap I go this night to recite rhyming verse outside Marion's bedchamber. I saw that in a play. It worked wondrous well. Yes.
Hear ye, hear
Hey.
ye. Spanish Armada
Uh-oh.
nears English coast. Nation prepares for invasion whilst Queen searches for missing navy.
Uh-oh.
Hear ye.
As the Spanish ship near our shores, the Queen's ground troops prepare for what promises to be a blood-soaked slaughter of Englishmen by continental Catholic savages. With England's coast undefended, experts predict Spanish ship will be sailing up the Thames to London within days. Sources in the royal court say the Queen is more than a little vexed by the absence of the Royal Navy, which experts describe as lost. That was not my fault. I mean, I tried to tell the men. I didn't know the exact coordinates. Many pain.
Lest ye be branded, or which, if Mary sees you keeping cats against you, she will snitch.
Fucking Mary.
Beware of Mistress Mary Payne, she is a nosy.
Fa la 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 la. Alright. Yeah, I hate this woman.
Blessed even,
Yes,
Dr.
and
Foreman.
to you too.
Mistress Payne, what brings you in such weather? 'Tis most dangerous to be about in it.
Oh, it takes more than a little wind and rain to forestall me from doing the Lord's work.
Yeah, of course it does. of
Besides,
course.
foul weather is naught but God's righteous vengeance upon London for the sinful debauchery of its inhabitants.
Verily?
Who is it this
I dread
time?
to think what northerners get up to of an evening.
Pray heed me carefully, Dr. Foreman, for 'tis on a most pressing matter that I am come. Doubtless you have heard the news. The Spanish Armada does sail once again towards England's shores.
Yes.
It seems this latest Armada was most
I
unexpected.
can't believe that.
Well, as 'tis oft said, no one expects the Spanish Armada.
'Tis very grave this time, for I have heard tell that
I
our
see what
own
you did
warships
there.
are far away at sea, and with our coasts undefended, a Catholic horde may soon be sailing up the Thames to slay us all.
Aye, our situation is most grave indeed. But what would you have me tell you, Mistress Payne?
I wish to know whether the English fleet will arrive home in time to defend our
I
shores.
really hope so.
Or might we ordinary folk be compelled to take up arms to defend ourselves? Dr. Foreman, are you ready to beat off the Catholics, come what may?
No.
Am I ready to beat off the...
Also, don't phrase it like
Prithee,
that.
madam, let us pray the need never arises. Perchance the stars will offer us some reassurance. Will the Royal Naval Fleet return home in time to defend England from the Spanish Armada?
Yes, I hope so. I really, really hope so. Come on, stars. The Royal Navy is absent to do a reckless and misguided pursuit of gold. Indeed. Ambition will be thwarted by confusion. Unpleasantness will result from a cunning plan to steal goods. Oh boy. That doesn't sound very good. The authorities cannot be trusted to uphold their duty to defend ordinary Englanders. Oh boy. Mrs. Payne must rouse the neighbors to take up arms. Oh my god. Chaotic evil angels will have their plans thwarted by a deadly unpredictable event. That's Uranus in retrograde, but this time is good. The Spanish fleet will be delayed to the idlessness of the sailors. Yes! Yes, perfect. Let's follow Uranus this time.
Be no longer afeared, Mistress Payne. The Spaniards are soon to be thwarted. Although the Armada does near our shores, its progress is slow. For, according to the stars, the sailors are most idle in nature.
Ah, yes, 'tis a trait oft remarked in continentals.
Yes.
And they will be punished for this sin of sloth, for their lives are soon to be taken by a most deadly event.
Glory be! And what nature of event might this be? How will England achieve this glorious victory? A fierce sea battle won by our mighty warships? A triumphant charge of our cavalry brigades?
Well, England will use her... let me see now.
Oh god, we're bullshitting again.
These southern continentals will be struck down by England's most terrifying weapon of all, our lamentable weather.
Yes.
Batten down your hatches and wrap up warm, Mistress Payne. A violent storm is coming.
Okay, that sounded actually pretty good. She was pleased. The first time she was a little pleased, so we're definitely getting there. Slowly, but surely. I am most pleased to hear this news, but if Foreman be wrong, may God forgive him, for I will not. Oh boy. We got mail again. Sir, I must congratulate you on the sterling counsel you gave me in relation to my horrid cousin Barbara, whom my parents did wish me to marry. As you did predict, the wretched little fiend did at length contrive a method for ending our engagement. She has run off with the Earl of Shrewsbury. Ah yes, perfect. You relieved Querent Lancelot Moore. That was nice. The Earl of Shrewsbury. Nice. Good, good. Oh, not this guy. I hate him. I don't care about peas.
They call up your humors and cause cancer tumors, so doubtless they're causing your disease.
Oh my god. It's peas now. Unbelievable.
Good morrow, Mr. Mugg. Back again so soon. And yet your red spots do seem to have faded.
Aye, those spots were naught but the work of fleas. My wife did beat the bugs and banish the dogs from the house. She'll be beating and banishing me next if she has her way.
I mean, I did tell you it was
Well, I
hypochondria.
am glad to hear you are faring better. What brings you this day?
I have a humoral imbalance and need treating for it.
A humoral imbalance, you say? Well, 'tis true that an imbalance of humours can affect a man's mood. For instance, an excess of black bile, which is a cold, dry humour, can provoke feelings of melancholy, whereas yellow bile
is hot and dry. I thank ye for the explanation, Dr. Foreman, but I did learn all about humours when I took supper with my friend, Mistress Ollingworth. She has a humoral imbalance and takes medicine for it. Hence, I am come this day for medicine to treat my own imbalance.
I see. And what mental symptoms are you experiencing? Any unusual or troubling feelings?
Aye, very troubling. Why, I find myself a-fretting and a-pacing all the day long. Even my wife has remarked upon it.
Anxiety and agitation. Pray tell, did these feelings begin before or after you spoke with your friend, Mistress Ollingworth?
Guess after.
Let me see now. After, methinks.
Yes,
Aye,
I see,
after.
I see.
Why? Does that matter?
It really does.
Yes, quite possibly. But let us see what these stars do have to say. What humoral imbalance does ail my querent, Nicholas Mugg?
I think it's got a boner for the mistress. Ollingsworth, or whatever her name is. Mugg is mildly choleric. A humoral imbalance of choler can occasion symptoms of anger, impatience, and irritability. Mugg is suffering from constipation and a related psychological condition. That actually doesn't sound right. He's definitely choleric.
Have you a diagnosis yet? This day I am to dine with Mistress Ollingworth, and I wish to tell her all about it.
Yeah.
Aye, 'tis done. You have a choleric temperament, brought on by a minor imbalance of yellow bile. It does oft induce feelings of irritability and impatience in the sufferer, and in severe cases, it can provoke outbursts of anger.
I see. How very interesting.
We must counter the excess of this hot, dry humour with wet and cooling elements. Take this powder of violets and salt and boil it in some water.
Strong water.
Then you must drink the infusion once it is cooled.
I thank ye for this medicine, Dr. Foreman. But may I trouble you for twice the dose of it? For if the symptoms be what you say, I think my wife had best be taking it as well.
Wow. Well, at least we got, I mean, we're getting close. Mayhap I secret a cure into my wife's ale. I do not think she would take kindly to learning she has an imbalance. I think he's having an affair.
Hear ye! Spanish Armada!
Yes!
Sunk by English storm!
Yes, my predictions.
Hear ye!
Proving once again that God loves England more than our Catholic enemies, the Spanish naval fleet has been defeated by a mighty storm that has been raging in the English Channel for nigh on 3 days. What remains of the Armada has fled back to Spain. Beachcombers are advised to wait for the storm to abate before looting corpses that have washed ashore. Very good. Oh, hey! Hey, Lancelot.
Know you how much his father is worth? For such a boy, advantage is both, entitled to much, deserving of naught.
Wow. Freaking roasted by this song.
Oh, sirrah, I have dire need of your counsel.
Pray calm yourself, sir, and tell me of this urgent affair.
Oh, verily, 'tis most urgent.
Is it now?
A fair maiden has my heart.
Ah.
A maid with hair of shining gold and eyes so blue the finest sapphires grow pale with envy. But she is a most pious and demure in nature and has many other suitors. How might I win her favour?
Golden hair? But in our last consultation, let me see here.
Marion?
My notes. Yes. You told me your heart belonged to a maid with hair of onyx black that doth make the finest ebony go grey with envy.
You mean my cousin Marion? Pish! That was naught but a childish fancy.
Right.
I bid you, Foreman, pray focus on the matter at hand. For if you do not help me win my true love's favour, my bursting heart will tear asunder. My soul will wither unto...
Aye, as you will. Let us see what guidance can be had from the stars.
Do we know a name for this woman?
How may Lancelot Moore win the heart of this golden-haired maiden?
Hang on a second. Hang on a second. Shit, we don't have pictures. Damn it. We don't have pictures. Avis? No, Emma. Emma Sharp. Hang on. I can't look it up, actually. Alright. A sudden religious conversion is strongly advised. Uranus is in retrograde, suggests an unpredictable event which some person or idea is reversed. Moore's hopes will be realized, but he must be self-disciplined and patient. Oh, that's a good one. The maid's secret nature is hidden beneath a veil of false religious fervor. A would appear that Moore has a brutish nature. Moore may win the lady's hand in marriage with jewelry and fine things. Oh boy. We should lie about the size of his fortune. A trifling task for such an oversourced peacockle. The maid's father has a deceitful business partner. Ah. A liar who has turned a turncoat? Oh man. Well, this is interesting. I don't know. Or we try to convert him. He must be self-disciplined and patient. I mean, he's gonna come back next time with another one. I actually cannot send him into a marriage with this woman. I like this. The maid's father of the deceitful business partner. Yeah, we should definitely do this. See if she's in it for the money, you know?
It would seem the fiercest rival for the maiden's favour is one of her father's business partners. He is a deceitful knave who tells the father lies. You must best him by telling even greater lies. Tell her father you are much wealthier than you
that's
verily
the opposite of what I meant.
and he will surely favour your advances.
Oh god.
A father's business partner, you say?
I thought we were going for
Is
the
he
opposite.
not? Oh, God's teeth! The man is her uncle. If he seeks to wed his niece, I do not think it right. Fie, 'twould be very wrong. I will go to her father and tell him it is better he favour me than bestow his daughter's hand on his own brother. I bid you good day, Foreman, for it is most urgent that I deliver the poor girl from such an unnatural fate.
Well, I mean, at least he was happy for a moment. An uncle who wishes to wed his niece? Who does the scoundrel think he is? King Richard III? Hey!
She does care not what you think.
Alright then.
It may end up down the sink, but Alice cares not what you think.
Fair enough.
Good day, Mistress Black. What brings you?
Oh, Dr. Foreman, I have worked myself into such a state that I have urgent need of you.
Oh, you have you? Well then, let me just,
Yea, I have urgent need of your counsel. I am certain that my husband Blarg is hiding
Clearly
a shameful secret
rebutton
from
my shirt.
me. As you doubtless did note from my flushedness of face and heaving of bosom, I burn with the fever of suspicion and curiosity.
Indeed, I did remark a fever upon your person, and wish fervently that I may bring it to a speedy resolution. Let us see. What is this secret that your husband Thomas Blarg hides from you?
This guy is the worst kind of person, isn't he? He's just using his doctor powers to sleep with as many women as possible. Read the stars by selecting a highlighted section in the sky. It appears that Alice is to inherit wealth one day. I don't think that will be the case. Alice's husband serves his wife and family well through his frugal management of their affairs. That is such a big lie. I see intelligence, authority. Yeah, verily. Alice is impressed by my authority and intelligence. Uh-oh. This secret relates to a sudden transformation in fortune. Surely this refers to the Spanish treasure expedition Alice's husband invested in. But would it be right to reveal what I know to Alice? No. Alice's husband has been carelessly optimistic with the family finances. That is very true. Alice's husband's business instincts are misdirected. Yes. A religious romance? What? Where's Uranus? Probably around here. No? Neptune is in retrograde. Mars and Jupiter are bad. Ha! Huh. Oh, there's Uranus. Sudden changing fortune. I mean... Here's the thing though, I can't break the secrecy with the husband. I can't. I am a doctor, after all. Respected doctor, even if I don't really have a real medical license. But I also cannot lie by telling her that, I'm gonna go for the weird one. I'm gonna go for the religious romance. I don't even know what this means. But it's the only one that doesn't, like, do anything bad.
Alas, Mistress Blagg, your husband does hide a secret most shameful. I fear he has been engaging in what we learned men call, strumpus humpus cum hominum clarus.
What?
To wit, he has been secretly betraying you with one of his fellow clergymen.
Did I just
poor
tell him
lady.
he's... Oh.
It is the distress of shock. Let me comfort you.
Unhand me, Foreman. What boil-brained nonsense you do speak. I have had wiser counsel from Myrtle, the mump-headed alewife at the Quiet Bear. Verily, I think I will repair there presently
Shit.
for a calming ale.
Oh god, I fucked it up. But I didn't want to start a relationship with her. Come on now, game. What do you think I'm doing? Oh, well, I lost some. Mayhap Blake's chaplain knows his secret. Methinks I shall bake him a pie. Oh well.
Alas, for
Uh-oh.
such sorrows she has borne, since she was made alive. She has much to mourn. Tis vexing, tis trying. Alas, for Lady Anne, such sorrow she has borne.
Wow, that was a long one. To, you know, tell us that she killed another one.
Good day, Mistress Delamere.
Good day, Dr. Foreman. 'Tis Lady Dyer now.
Of course
I
it is.
remarried after poor Mr. Delamere passed.
Verily? Oh, I am full sorry to hear of your husband's demise, my lady.
'Twas the work of a witch, just as you predicted, Dr. Foreman. On the morning he died, I saw our cook Mavis mixing some manner of potion in a cauldron, while uttering some evil incantation in a foreign tongue. I sent her packing back to Wales, but alas, 'twas too late for my poor Mr. Delamere.
How do we
collapsed and
make her-
died that even.
Ah. And you are sure your cook was not merely singing a Welsh folk song while stirring a pot of soup? But yes, she was very probably incanting a spell, as you say. Oh, what a ghastly business. You must have been most distressed.
Yes, I was. So I hope you will understand why I worry for the health of my new husband, Lord Dyer. Mayhap 'tis not at all, and yet...
And yet you would wish to know so that you may rest easier. Why,
At some
of course,
point
my
we
lady.
will... We need
Pray,
the option to...
describe Lord Dyer's troubles to me, no matter how trifling they may seem to you.
Well, I have noted that my husband awakens many times in the night to make water. Mayhap 'tis the reason why he tires so easily during the day. And he does oft complain of thirst and hunger, even after meals.
Frequent urination, tiredness, dog-like appetite.
Dog-like appetite?
Be there anything else?
There is also a small wound on his hand. It
Oh
does not
my
appear
God.
grave, yet it has not healed, even though it be some weeks since he cut himself.
A wound that will not heal. Then let us see what
God,
the
she's
stars
good.
have to say.
She's really
Be there
good.
any grave illness troubling Mr. John Delamere?
Methinks you mean Lord Henry Dyer, Dr. Foreman.
I beseech your pardon, my lady. What illness troubles Lord Henry Dyer?
I mean, I hope that at some point I can either catch her or I can predict an immortal husband that she's gonna be forced to never leave. But she's good. She's choosing her victims very well. Lord Dyer has a gangrene in the hand, characterized by an inflammation caused by corrupt blood. Damn. Of course he has been bewitched. I mean, Uranus tells me to do that. Or he's diabetic, which it means it's probably gonna die in that time and age. I mean, the symptoms, does he actually sound diabetic? I think he does, right? Like the extra urination, the appetite disorder, the the weakness, the slow coagulation. So yeah, he's probably gonna die anyway. Apart from the healing, I'm not sure about. I don't know if it slows coagulation. I think some form of diabetes may actually do that, but I am not sure. But I mean, I am still gonna go for the bewitched one, because Uranus told me so.
Your husband is in danger of his life. He has been bewitched by a woman who means to do him ill.
What again? How dare you impugn my... I do apologise. 'Tis the shock. A witch, you say? Oh, my days. How frightful.
To break the witch's hold over him, you must bake a cake composed of rye flour and your husband's urine. Then you must burn the cake upon a fire. Given how oft your husband makes water, I expect you will have no trouble collecting sufficient urine for this purpose.
Well then, I shall have our cook bake such a cake without delay.
Of course, the witch might then cast a new spell upon your husband. The most effective way to resolve the problem once and for all will be to identify the witch and alert the authorities so that she may be tried and hanged. Would you happen to know who this witch might be?
Why, no. I have not the least idea. I thank you kindly for the cake recipe, Dr. Foreman. Good day.
She quickly runs away. I mean, I'm never gonna get the freaking recommendation letter from this one. 1, maybe 2, maybe 3, maybe 4. That would be all. We need only 6. Who knows what's happening with Ricardo Ferraro anyway? Uh-oh. It's been a while, Avis. After a breakup.
Good day, Mistress Allen. I hear a child was lately born to you. I trust he is well?
Yes, indeed. God has favoured us
Oh,
with
there
a
you go.
healthy boy. He is a true blessing to Mr. Allen and me.
Oh, God.
And we pray he remains so. That is, that this child remains in good health. And as I do ail of something, normally I would not have come, but methinks 'tis best I am treated, for the sake of Marmaduke, lest he take ill from me.
I see. Then pray describe your troubles to me, Mistress Allen.
Well, in truth, 'tis but a cough.
Right.
But indeed at first I thought 'twas naught but a chilly cold, but 'tis many weeks now, and it lingers still. Forsooth I am afeard it does grow worse.
Many weeks, you say? Aye, that is most concerning. Let us see what the stars have to say.
I think Avis is gone.
What ails Mistress Avis Allen, and how may she be cured?
I think she's dead. Mrs. Allen has a grave case of mattering in the breast. I actually don't think that's right. Mrs. Allen has been bewitched and is in mortal danger. Wait, what? Mild imbalance in the yellow bile, mild deficiency of blood in the body? I mean, Gemini is the ruler of the lungs, so technically mattering in the breast maybe means that she has like a mass in her lungs? Which does sound kind of deadly, actually.
Before I complete my judgment, madam, I must ask a question of medical relevance. Who is the true father of your...
God mend me, Simon! You would plague me with your suspicious fancies even now, in my very hour of need. Have you no thought for my son and my... I am full sick of your jealous delusions. Oh, verily, I should never have come. I will bid ye good day now, Simon.
But would you not wish to know what ails you?
Indeed, I would. Which is why I will be finding myself another doctor.
She died. She's dead. Poof. Gone. Collapsed. Just outside my door, though, so not my problem. I will find myself a true physician, a doctor who has a medical license. There he is!
Both crucial facts left untold. When the story seems both crucial facts left untold. When Foreman protestes, he is pushed to the testes. Ferraro, Signor Ferraro.
Hey!
Good day, Signor Ferraro. How may I do you service?
How may you do me service, huh? 'Tis the question, is it not? I do hear you offer many different services, huh? Not just in medicine, for you are a dottore of a special kind.
Yes.
One who gives answers to all the problems.
Yes,
see?
pretty much, yes.
Forsooth, 'tis true, Signor. In my practice, I endeavour to treat the whole man. Mind, body, soul, the location of his missing household items. All are connected at a holistic level. I take it this time you are come about a problem that does not pertain to a bodily complaint?
See, this is my mama. She does worry night and day. She say, Ricardo, you must go to the wise man who reads the stars and have him tell you what your future holds. I say, Mama, if it'll make you happy, I will go to Signor Foreman and ask him.
I see. And is there any particular reason for your mother to be thus concerned? Be you faced with some kind of imminent danger?
A particular reason, you say? Nay, signor, she needs no reason to worry. Mia madre is an Italiana, mama.
Ah, yes, of course.
You see now, huh? She is not like these London mamas who make the children live in a cupboard with the dog.
Well, then, mayhap the stars might offer your devoted mother some comfort. What does the future hold for Ricardo Ferraro and his mother?
Oh boy, here we go. Ricardo Ferraro is not being honest, and soon his deceptions may be discovered. Yes, I like that. Hang on. My relationship with Signor Ricardo is about to undergo a sudden transformation. Oh my god, this is Uranus. Ricardo Ferraro is an authority figure who holds a position of responsibility at a learned institution. I've told you, this guy is a real doctor sent by the university to spy on me and see if I actually know things. A young man who is in a relationship with Signor Ferraro's mother is a hypocrite. Ah, for fuck's sake, this is dumb. Ferraro will one day inherit an agreeable sum. Ferraro's family is frugal. That's bullshit. Let's go with A.
I am afeard these stars reveal information of a most disturbing nature.
Verily?
Aye. When you first came to me, you did tell me that you worked in trade. And yet my chart very plainly indicates that you are an authority figure, connected with a learned institution over which you hold a position of responsibility. Indeed, it would seem that you are not who you say you are. Do you deny it, Signor?
Oh, Sirrah! You would accuse me of calling myself something I am not? Look at you, Sirrah, a charlatan who would call himself a doctor. You are naught but a pretender.
Fie, sir! It is you who are the pretender, for 'tis clear you are not the merchant of Venice you pretend to be. Who are you? What is your true name,
Maybe you're
sir?
not even Italian.
You will know it in time, Sirrah, for we shall meet again. I bid you good day, Dr. Foreman.
Uh-oh. Oh, that didn't sound good. That was the final one as well. Oh boy. Well, the final consultation. I now have all the information I need for my report. Ah, yeah, definitely from the university. Mail. Sir, it is with much sorrow that I write to inform you of the death of my dear wife, Avis. These 2 days past. Well, we know that. She died on my doorstep. A new doctor could not save her, even though he held a medical license and was thus highly skilled. Although you are no longer my wife's doctor, I am grateful for the kindness you have shown Avis over the years, and I know she was too. Indeed, she spoke of you in her final words, saying, "Oh, Simon, forgive me, Simon," or something of the like. Doubtless this expression of guilt was in reference to a bill for your services that she had not yet settled. How like my poor wife to have been thinking of her obligations to others until her very last breath. I enclose this missive, the sum of 1 shilling, and beg your forgiveness for late payment. Your most assured friend, William Allen. Yikes. Well, I mean, I have nothing I can do about that now.
Weep not for wipe away thy tears, for you and Avis shared.
That is true, yeah. We had our fun.
Waste no more hours on mirth and shame. 'Tis time to find someone to blame.
Yes, the blame game begins. What?
But why did you not let me save you, Avis? Why did you entrust your precious life to another doctor? An ignorant impostor who knows not how to read the stars to judge an illness.
What do you think, idiot?
Oh, my beloved Avis. Why did you die before I had the chance to?
What? Stalker again? I caused this tragedy by being aggressive and careless in my behavior. Yes, actually that did happen. God is punishing me for not having been a more pleasant romantic partner. Being a more pleasant romantic wasn't a woman, Avis. Or, lies and rumors circulating about Avis concerning her Catholic faith and mayhap even our affair provoked anxious passion that exacerbated her illness. Avis lavished such attention and care on her child, she neglected her own health. I don't think so. Maybe surprising decision to see a new doctor led to her death. I mean, his death was the fault of a licensed doctor with a medical degree. I don't think so, no. I mean, this seems like the more... I'm gonna blame myself. It is true, it was my fault, entirely.
So 'twas I. I am to blame for Avis's death. If only I had not driven away with my ill-tempered, unkind accusations. Would that I had turned my thoughts to her illness and away from my own selfish needs. How will she ever?
Yeah, God was washing you in those bushes, Simon. Only one more. Yeah, let's go. Oh, Avis, if I summon my spirit guide's aid to me, would you consent to speak to me from beyond the grave?
When you are shook by something in a book where it says that you might have some rare malady, see Dr. Foreman, be sure to inform him you have it on very good authority.
Ah, yes, very good, very good.
Good day, Mr. Mugg. What brings you?
I am exceeding ill,
Oh,
Dr.
of
Foreman.
course you are.
Verily I am.
Yes, verily.
And you know my wife. She is refusing to hear anything about it. 'Tis but another of your delusions, Nicholas, she says. She will not even look at it.
Look at what?
Maybe this time he's actually ill.
I see. You may pull up your breeches
now. Oh.
Pray let me examine you more closely.
Oh, God.
Raise your chin, if you please. Now, loosen your garter and remove your stocking. I am afeard this verily is grave.
Uh-oh.
Most grave indeed.
'Tis? Verily?
I believe so. But we must have it confirmed by the stars. Let us consult them now. What explains these swellings that have arisen on various parts of Nicholas Mugg's
Lymph
body?
nodes? Postular swellings on my body. Uh-oh, he's got the plague. A disease characterized by swelling and boils behind the ears, under the armpits and in the groin. Uh-oh. Mugg is the scrofula, a disease characterized by swelling and nodules around the lymph nodes and behind the knees. Ah. Wait, what What did I... Oh, boy. Can I reread what we... What did we say to him right now? What did we make him do? Did he show us the knees? Or something else? I mean, it did say specifically the groins, though. Could be knees? I mean, I don't know what we actually asked him to do after we told him to pull up the breeches. But maybe it was the armpits, I don't know. See, the fact that he specifically said, you know, the groin. Do we have lymph nodes down there? I mean, technically, we have lymph nodes a little bit everywhere, but God, I wish I could go back and re-see the dialogue. That would have been very helpful, indeed. I'm gonna go with the plague, though. Just because it actually specifically mentions the groin, which he immediately showed us.
You are gravely ill with the plague. It is oft fatal, but you are in good hands. For during the Great Plague of '92, I was able to save many a soul from the grave with my famous strong water. A moment, if you please, while I retrieve it from my cabinet. But, sir, unhand it, sir. The dosage is very precise. You must not... nay, not the whole bottle. Ye gods, man, what have you done?
Methinks I am dying.
Oh, woe. A fatal dose. Alas, I am sorry for it, sir, but you were never meant to drink so much of it. Oh, may God forgive me.
Nay, do not blame yourself, Doctor. Thank you heartily.
Yes.
For at last.
Please, sign this letter of recommendation just before you die.
My wife, my friends, how wrong they were, and how I did speak true.
Yes, please, sign over here.
William! William! Oh, curse it, where is that feckless manservant of mine? William! Go forth and fetch the vicar!
Damn it. He died. Oh, frick! Well, 1, 2, 3, maybe 4.
Flippin' heck, man!
Yeah, flipping heck indeed. We may not be able to, Oh no, yeah, this is gone. The 75 is gone. So it's only 1, 2. And there's a couple of hidden ones, maybe?
Mr. Foreman, you have been called before this assembly of the College of Physicians to answer the charge of practicing medicine without a medical license. What have you to say in your defense? Would you deny practicing medicine, sir?
Why, no, I would not deny it. My practice is well known. Indeed, since I helped cure the plague of '92 with my strong water...
Then you admit you have committed this most grievous offence.
Ah, well, 'tis true I'm not technically licensed, but I fail to see how...
You fail to see? Then permit me to enlighten you, sir. A medical license assures the residents of London that a physician has the necessary education and skill to treat them. By practicing without qualification, you have not only broken the law, you have endangered the lives of your patients. Indeed, we have received reports that a man by the name of Nicholas Mugg, a wig maker of Silver Street, has lately died under your care.
Aye, well, that was most lamentable, but not my fault, sir. Mr. Mugg took a far greater dose of my strong water than I advised him to. He chose the dosage himself. In truth, one might say that the cause of death in this instance was, well,
stupidity.
Nicholas Mugg practicing without a medical license.
Yes, very true.
Silence, Mr. Foreman! Your impudent japery may well be suffered by your patients, but it will not be tolerated here.
I do apologize, Mr. Smith.
Besides the death of this patient, we have gathered ample evidence of your malpractice,
Oh yeah?
Mr.
What about the
Foreman.
things I...
Indeed, we have had this illegal operation of yours under observation.
I
for
answered every
quite
single one of your
some
questions
time.
right, you asshole.
'Twas you, Riccardo Ferraro, the merchant from Venice. All along he was you, Richard Smith, the Queen's royal physician. Then I take it, Mr. Smith, you are unsatisfied with the medical care I gave you?
Sir, we are well aware of your occult practices.
Ah, deflecting,
what
I
you so
see.
boldly call medical care was naught but advice conjured up by means of dark magic.
But was I wrong?
You have no understanding of physic or astrology.
But was I wrong?
But my knowledge of both physic and astrology is unparalleled.
If that is so, then doubtless you will happily submit to having your knowledge examined before this assembly.
Absolutely. Which planet or star represent authority? I should have paid attention, huh? God. Mars? Oh. Men are from Mars and women are from... That's not astrology. Phlegm is cold and moist. Hot and moist. Cold and dry. It's cold and moist. Which zodiac rules over the privy parts? That's... I know that one. It's Scorpio. Yes.
Silence! Simon Foreman, you have failed.
No.
Constable, shackle this man and take him
Oh.
from hence to jail.
But, sir, this is most unjust. Pray afford me the chance to unhand me, you rogue.
Uh-oh. Sir, I'm happy to inform you that I have secured your release from jail. Oh, thank God. By way of my friendship with Mistress Maud Smith, the wife of the president of the College of Physicians. We have contrived to have her husband believe that you enjoy her favor of John Whitgift, the Archbishop of Canterbury, and that the Archbishop plans to grant you a medical license. Oh, I hope so. But once you be freed this day, a ruse will not hold for long, for Maud says the college intends to write to the Archbishop to warn him that you are a charlatan, and to urge him not to grant you a license. Your most assured friend and querent, Alice Blake. Oh man, Alice, thank goodness. There she is.
Feels no shame, and forsooth is she to blame. If we were her, we'd do the same. Alice Blood, she feels no shame.
What a woman. She saved my ass.
Good day, Mistress Blagg. Before we start, I must thank you for having used your influence to help me resolve my recent difficulties.
Say nothing of it. Those doctors and their College of Physicians.
Right.
Naught but a band of pisspot sniffing bullies, so they are. Besides, I needed you out of prison so that you might read the stars for me.
I see.
Well,
and
thank
what would you
goodness.
have me advise you on?
What know you of Richard Bancroft, the Bishop of London?
Not much, in truth. But I did attend the Easter service at St. Paul's. I found the bishop's sermon on the virtues of chastity and abstinence most compelling. Why, you know him well?
Not very well as yet. I was seated beside him at an Episcopal dinner Saturday last.
Right.
We discoursed a while. Bishop Bancroft is a most charming
Oh,
man.
I see.
But there was a moment when we did both reach for the brandy decanter. Our eyes met,
Oh,
and
my.
I felt something.
'Twas a spark between you and the bishop? You felt a certain frisson in the air?
Nay, I felt a certain hand up my skirts, more like.
Holy shit.
His Grace put his hand up your skirts.
Okay, then.
Madam, may I say how...
Save your congratulations, Foreman. The bishop's not in the bag yet. Hence why I am come to you. Now that I have piqued his interest,
Right.
I would have the stars tell me how to secure it.
Then you wish to pursue an amorous affair with Bishop Bancroft. But what of your husband, Dean Blagg?
Oh, do not speak to me of my husband. Thomas Blagg is not fit to secure his wife's future.
Very true.
He is not fit for many of his marital duties, truth be told.
Oh, I see.
And had you read the stars correctly, you might have warned me of such. As it was, I had to learn the truth of our financial ruin by bribing my husband's chaplain with a pie.
A pie, no less. I am heartily sorry for your trouble, madam.
Aye, well, 'tis best not to dwell on it. Let us press on with this day's reading, if you please.
Of course, let us consult the stars. How may Mistress Blagg secure the lasting affections of Richard Bancroft, the Bishop of London?
I'm never gonna lie again. I'm never gonna choose the weird one again. I'm just gonna follow the stars, whatever they tell me. It clearly never pays off. Never. Okay, so Alice should commit adultery with the bishop while he's away from home. Betrayal. Mars falling in Cancer. Wow. Alice should lie to the bishop by telling him she is with his child. Nah, I don't think so. If Alice changes her approach and exercises constraint, good angels will aid her in her plans. Alice's chance of romantic success will be enhanced if she adopts a quiet, demure manner. The responsible thing to do would be to tell Alice some hard truth and afford her some perspective. Her reaction to this, however, might be unpredictable. It is Uranus, though. I guess you can sin would go against Alice's Christian instinct. Alice is being careless with her husband's legacy. I mean, I have to go with Uranus.
The stars advise you to conduct your wooing of the Bishop Bancroft with constraint and discipline. You must be strict. Allow him no intimacies.
I see. Keep the bishop's hands off me till he begs for it. Until he be driven so mad with lust he would offer anything for a tumble.
'Tis one interpretation, certainly. 'Tis true that Lady Anne Boleyn found success with such a stratagem in her pursuit of the late King Henry Tudor. At least, up to a point.
Aye, poor lady. Be there anything else?
My chart does also advise you to adopt a manner that is quiet, gentle, and demure.
Verily, I will not lie. This is beginning to sound like a cod's load of work. Mayhap I play dumb with the bishop and merely nod and smile at everything he says. It is the stratagem used by Jane Seymour, I believe.
Right.
And unlike Anne Boleyn, she bagged her king without losing her head, did she not?
Yes. Alright, that was good. She was a little pleased. I mean, this is not gonna work in the long run, but yes, your grace, nay, your grace. Pray remove your hand, your grace. Needs must, but bigger. Bugger. This is for a lark. Alright. Ah, yes, Lancelot. Welcome, welcome. I think I fucked this up last time.
Lacking in mind, fulsome in fashion.
Let's see what happened with the uncle.
Always truths, calls him chance. He yet persists in chasing the sky.
An ancient art, the chasing of skirts.
Good day, sir, and well met. Oh, pray tell, did you secure the hand of the golden-haired maiden?
Yea, verily I did. Though 'tis no thanks to you, Foreman. For when I told the maid's father of her uncle's designs upon her person, it set the household all arage. The mother even called me a fat-brained shade-lobber. It was only when I told them not to speak so ill to a man whose income is £1,000 a year that the family was silenced.
I mean, that worked
The
then.
father then declared that a coin is still a coin, no matter it be in the purse of a beef-witted sock-nozzler, and promised me his daughter's hand in marriage. I was made the happiest of men.
Right.
Then I must congratulate you on your forthcoming nuptials. Will you be having a summer
Yeah, he's
wedding,
not
or...
going to marry.
Congratulate me? Do not congratulate me, Foreman, for I am the unhappiest of men. It was but a day after our engagement was announced that my love became afflicted with the smallpox.
Oh dear.
Naturally, I was all a terror. Would she perish? So wretched was I with fear, I almost died of fright.
Aye, naturally. Smallpox is a most terrible disease.
It really is.
I intend to write a small treatise on the subject.
But then, alas, fate struck the cruelest of blows upon my soul.
Yeah, he meant another one.
Oh, verily. Poor girl. May she rest in peace. or re-squeeze in patchy, as we Latin scholars say.
What? Nay, death would have been a mercy. For once cured, the maid arose from her sickbed bearing hideous scars.
Ah, yes.
Her once fair cheeks, thus so cratered, do make the very moon wane with envy.
I see. And now you wish to extract yourself from your engagement, I presume.
Naturally.
Naturally.
That brother and father are fearsome men with a taste for rough sport, and her mother's tongue is as sharp as a barber's blade.
Yikes.
I worry that my breach of promise may be taken ill.
Yeah, it will.
Then let me see if I may fathom the family's reaction from the stars.
They will fuck you
What
up.
will become of breaking your engagement to this once fair, now pox-scarred maid?
I have an idea, but let's see what the stars have to say about it. The maiden's father is being careless with his legacy. Indeed, it was most careless of him to betroth his daughter to such a mump-headed snatch-grabber. The son, a mature man, the maiden's father. So authority was probably the son when they actually asked me. Carelessness. The maiden will bear the dissolution of her engagement with quiet grace. Moore has cause for hope regarding the young lady's forgiveness. That's not gonna happen. It would be intelligent to seek resolution in a foreign country. God's punishment is on the way, with Neptune and Mars bringing confusion and war. Most breach of promise may result in sudden change of fortune, his death. They will kill you.
The stars suggest you have much to fear from this family. Aye, you must flee England at once. For according to my precise calculations, based on the current alignment of the planets, let me see now. Yes, you will be branded a cock-born snatch-grabbing knave of the lowest order, who deserves to be disemboweled with a pudding spoon. That is, if I'm not mistaken.
Wait, was that actually written in the stars?
And not even God is on your side, for it is his plan that you may be dragged into a foggy-headed confusion so as to render you defenseless against the family's dark intentions. Oh, good sir, you must heed my warning and never show your face in London lest you be set upon most violently.
God's blood! I must flee England's shores and never show my face, you say? But whither shall I go? Hold, I have it. Be it not carnival season in Venice,
yes,
when citizens do hide their faces behind masks?
Yes, perfect.
Oh, and with such style.
I know, right?
I thank you, Foreman.
You're welcome.
For you have been most helpful.
Yes, yes indeed.
I must fly at once to my tailor to be measured for the latest Venetian fashions.
Great. He was very happy about this. Good, very good. I shall simply tell father I wish to finish my education with a tour of Roman antiquities. Yes, yes, very good. Who the hell is this guy? John Whitgift. It's the Archbishop? Oh, we cannot fuck this up. This guy is my chance to get a medical license and be a real doctor.
Ho! Ho there! Be there anyone at home?
Is it?
It's
By the saints, it's none other than Archbishop John Whitgift. Your Grace, I am most honoured by this most unexpected visit.
Truly, 'tis most unexpected, as I just so happened to be passing by. Indeed, I was riding by in my carriage when I found myself struck ill. My chaplain did suggest I take rest at the nearest residence, which did so happen to be this...
Yo, why does he sound like Stewie Griffin? I can hear him say cool whip. Cool whip.
Small dwelling. Forsooth, these rooms have the look of a physician's consulting chambers. Mayhap you are a doctor? If that be true, then praise be to God for this happy coincidence.
A most fortunate coincidence indeed. I am Simon Foreman, a doctor of astrology and physic. At your service, Your Grace.
Well then, Dr. Foreman, was it?
Yes.
Perchance you will tell me what ails me.
Yes.
I feel a kind of pain and heaviness in my side, and I know not if this be related, but my skin has of late become most unattractive in appearance.
Pain in the right side of the body and sallowness
That sounds like a liver.
of the skin.
Her Majesty did remark upon it most wittily the other day at a meeting of the Privy Council. Your face does serve as a warning to us all, Archbishop.
Her Majesty the Queen, verily. A moment, if I may, Your Grace, while I consult the stars. What does cause the suffering of His Grace, the Most Reverend John Whitgift,
We have to get
the
this right.
Archbishop of Canterbury?
We have to get this right. Okay, let's see. Only 2 options. The Archbishop is suffering from the jaundice. That may very well be a condition characterized by color seeping into the skin when the tube connecting the gallbladder to the liver is blocked. That actually sounds like the one. The Archbishop suffers from cardiac passion. Fuck that.
You are afflicted with jaundice, Your Grace. Yellow bile has seeped into your skin, causing it to become yellow-hued in appearance.
'Tis the jaundice, is it?
Yes.
I see.
Pray, have a servant boil this pouch of herbs in water.
Yes, my strong
The
water.
liquor is to be injected up the fundament once each day.
Oh, God.
It should draw the collar away from your skin and into your bowels.
Ah, yes.
William!
Excellent. I will have my chaplain seated.
Make this tea and stick it up your bum.
Who do we have here?
Before you take your leave, Your Grace, I would have my manservant William let blood from your right arm.
Indeed.
Oh, God.
Very
He
well,
loves William, huh?
Before you depart, Your Grace, perchance I might trouble you with a request of my own.
Good day, sir.
Ah, yes, good
my
day.
chaplain will settle payment with you anon.
Okay. Well, at least we got it right, and it looks like he's in love with William, so freaking William may be used for something. This is going to be a 5-step. Well, he was most pleased with us. Wow, that was a 35 straight. William Buck. I think he said his manservant name was. I wonder how much Foreman pays him. Uh-oh. He's going to steal William?
What does it matter if
Oh my God, he's back.
makes? Let others mend other things as it breaks. Our Lord has much to gain.
Uh-oh. I think I'm in trouble.
But nobles only learn from their mistakes.
Good day, my lord, and well met. Indeed.
He's going to be so pissed.
Methinks I have not seen your lordship since last year, afore you set off with Sir Walter Raleigh to capture those Spanish treasure ships.
Ah, yes. Doubtless you heard what became of that expedition. The town criers called it Raleigh and Essex's gold piracy fail, declaring it the biggest balls-up since the English Armada.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
It was most ill-mannered of them, if I may remark.
The directions you gave me were entirely wrong. For we never came across the Spanish fleet.
I knew it.
Indeed, we found ourselves becalmed in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. Raleigh blames me for it, and although I did explain to him that it was entirely your fault, as I had gotten the navigational coordinates from you, that seemed to bother him even more.
My lord, I am full sorry for any error I may have made in my calculations. Forsooth, I pray I may assist you better this day. What is it you would ask of the stars?
I would have you tell me how I might regain the favour of the Queen. Indeed, 'tis strange she has not yet gotten over her displeasure,
Well.
for the incident did occur many months ago. And we had every intention of returning her warships, filled to the brim with gold, I might add. Besides, how in the devil's name were we supposed to know the King of Spain would choose that very same month to invade England?
I mean, that's true.
I have not the power to predict the future.
I do.
Well, nay, but I have, my lord, if you had asked me to.
Verily, 'tis not to be borne. Only last week at a meeting of the Privy Council, during a minor disagreement regarding the Catholic rebellion in Ireland, she called me an impudent lord-splainer, whereupon she rose from her chair and molly-whopped me in the face.
Oh, wow.
I half drew my sword upon her.
You mean the Queen?
Aye, indeed. Her behaviour was most shocking. I even asked the royal physician whether she may have lost her mind.
Wow.
She is, after all, most elderly.
How
but
very
Mr.
dare
Smith
you.
assures me she is in very fine health and is in full control of her faculties.
Her Majesty's behaviour is a mystery indeed, although mayhap it should not surprise us. A man's reason is oft insufficient to fathom the workings of the feminine mind, and, in such cases, he may have little choice but to call upon divine
And
wisdom.
you did lose the
To wit,
navy.
let us see what the
royal
stars
fleet.
can tell us. What must Lord Devereux do to regain the Queen's favour?
All right, let's see. Let's see what can be done. Devereux should pretend to be in love with the Queen. That sounds like a terrible idea. Devereux ambition may be achieved if he is gentle. Devereux may reverse his change in fortune by turning his working relationship with the Queen into a sexual one. Oh no. Stars, what are you telling me? What's Uranus? Devereux should not act in haste. He should make an intelligent suggestion to mount a military campaign in a foreign country. Devereux should assume a position of authority in keeping with his birthright as Peer of the Realm. And Devereux must show the Queen he's a loyal man who does his duty. Yeah, that sounds about right. Go to Ireland and fight.
To regain the Queen's favour, you must demonstrate your fealty to her, your loyalty as a peer of the realm who sits on her privy council. To this end, the stars suggest you offer to lead a military campaign to put down this Catholic rebellion in Ireland. Your lordship is, after all, a great military leader. What better man for such a task than the hero of Cadiz?
Verily, 'tis no ill idea. 'Tis no ill idea at all. Yes, indeed, I shall offer to put down the Irish for her. Forsooth, how difficult could such a mission be?
They will
I shall
exterminate
quickly
you.
defeat those fen-sucking muck-savages and be back home by Christmas.
Well-
Huzzah!
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 Godspeed, my lord.
I can probably say goodbye to good old Robert Devereux. I will never get his recommendation. Ah, Mary Payne. She's back.
He disapproves of Mary for her views, they make him sick. But pray he does not tell her, lest she punch him in the
Yeah, we don't want to get punched in the fa la 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 la. You know how it is.
Good day, Mistress Payne. How may I help you this day?
Blessed day, Dr. Foreman. I am just come from taking my niece to visit Rochester Cathedral. Thomas Blogg is the cathedral's dean, I believe. Know you of Dean Blogg?
Yes, I do.
I know something of him.
Verily, that man is a model to us all.
Easy now.
Under his stewardship, the cathedral's decadent furnishings have been stripped away. He has even replaced the silver candlesticks with pewter.
Ah, yes, he's stealing
Such pious
from the church.
modesty in the
Right.
sight of
I
God.
see.
Has he indeed? How very interesting. And godly, yes.
Yes, yes.
But what is it that brings you this day?
Before I begin upon my business, Dr. Foreman, I must commend you for correctly predicting the sinking of the Spanish Armada.
Thank you.
Ah, yes. 'Twas I who did predict the great storm that sunk the Spanish ships, was it not? I have oft thought that careful study of coastal weather patterns may provide...
And we must give thanks to God for the divine vengeance he wrought upon the heretics. I
Praise
did
the Lord.
hear that by morning our beaches were verily littered with the corpses of Spanish sailors. Praise be to the Lord, his glory to behold.
Yes, praise
be.
But all the same, you seem anxious this day, Mistress Payne. What is troubling you?
Indeed, I am troubled, Dr. Foreman. I fear for the Queen's health. Everyone is saying that as she is exceeding old, she is soon to die.
Oh boy.
Ah, yes, I quite understand
We're
your
up in the
feelings,
stakes in
madam.
the last chapter.
How
I think
we
it's the
love
last
our
chapter,
good
at least.
Queen Bessie. Long may she reign.
Wait, Queen
but will
Bessie?
she? That is the question, is it not? For she cannot live forever, and when at last she does expire, we shall be stricken with such lamentation
Which queen is that?
and grief.
Bessie.
Mayhap you, but not
Don't remember
I.
Queen Bessie.
Elizabeth Tudor is not but a
Elizabeth
sceptred
Tudor, right.
whore, but still a whore who presides over the Church of England and keeps Rome at bay. And without an heir, who knows what manner of foreigner may succeed her when she dies? For all we know, he may flood the land with foul popery.
Foul popery? I take it you do not care for dried floral arrangements. But, madam, surely fresh flowers are more customary at royal funerals.
Did you not heed me, Mr. Foreman? I wish to know whether the English throne is safe from a Catholic successor.
Ah, yes, of
I think it
course.
is.
Then let us consult the stars. Is our Queen's long reign in danger of ending soon?
I think
and
you
if
guys
so,
never
do
went back
we
to being
risk
Catholics.
a Catholic succeeding her to the throne?
So, although I don't know if there was a Catholic king after Elizabeth. But I don't know. Is a Catholic soon to succeed the English throne? The Queen is in love. Is it now? An unexpected pregnancy will bring new life to the Tudor royal line. Oh. Unexpected. She's so old, she's never gonna get pregnant. The Queen's legacy is safe. Even if she dies, the successor will remain head of the Church of England and loyal to the Anglican faith. Yeah, that's probably the right one. Cooperation offered by foreign country is not what it seems. The settlers represent English ally King James of Scotland. King James of Scotland? Bonds between nations will be creatively disrupted with violence, and austerity will be imposed as a result. I think that might be the right one, isn't it? King James of Scotland. I've heard of that before. I mean, we never studied like British and English history, so I don't know exactly what happened here. Who was the successor to Elizabeth? I mean, definitely she's not with child. She's way too old, that's for sure. So it's either a good successor or troubles with King James of Scotland that for some reason does ring a bell. James of Scotland was Elizabeth's successor. Yeah, I had a feeling, you know, I heard that before. I heard the name. So this is probably the right one.
I am afeard the stars say nothing of how much longer Elizabeth Tudor's reign will last. But when our Queen finally does expire, 'twill be most ill for us. For her successor will take England to war and tax us mightily to pay for it. We have naught to look forward to but a future of violence and austerity. I am sorry to be the bearer of such lamentable tidings, madam.
Lamentable? I suppose it might be. It would depend on whether English blood is to be spilled in the righteous service of God or in service of the Antichrist in Rome. To wit, is our new sovereign to keep to the English Church, or will he be a Roman Catholic, Dr. Foreman?
I don't think he's a
My
Roman
chart is not clear on this
Catholic.
question, though it does indicate that Elizabeth's most likely successor, King James of Scotland, has a deceitful nature. Mayhap he hides secret Romish sympathies?
Mayhap? Mayhap is no answer at all. Verily, Dr. Foreman, your stars have been of very little use to me this day.
Come on.
Very little use indeed.
I just predicted the future. God damn it. The weather is lovely this day. Mayhap I take my niece to see the hangings at Tyburn. Damn it. Ooh. Archbishop. William? Quick. Be around and look pretty.
His guests for dinner at his palace in love. Rejoice, rejoice in the lamb and beef and
Ooh, beef and pork and swan pie. Swan pie? Not real swans, right?
Good day,
Just the
and
name?
well met, Lord Archbishop. What a pleasure it is to welcome your grace once more to my humble consulting chambers. Do you ail of something, sir?
Nay, I am in good health.
Oh.
I am come for information. That is, I am come for an astrological reading
Right.
concerning one of my deans, Thomas Blagg,
Oh.
the Dean of Rochester Cathedral. I hear you are acquainted with him.
Are you
are
real
you
swans?
not?
Oh, boy.
Yes, so please your grace. I am honoured to say that Dean Blagg is one of my querents.
I see. What a remarkable coincidence. Then you may know that Dean Blagg has been petitioning me to promote him to the rank of bishop, specifically to grant him the vacant seat of the bishopric of Salisbury. I wonder if you, that is, if the stars and planets and so forth, might tell me if there be any reason why Thomas Blagg might not be a fitting candidate for such a position of
I'm
responsibility.
sorry, Thomas. I'm gonna throw you under the bus
Then
here.
let us see what the stars can tell us. Should Thomas Blagg, Dean of Rochester, be made the Bishop of Salisbury?
No. Never. Where's Uranus? I know it's gonna... Dean Blagg is on an emotional journey, yeah. Aren't we all? Dean Blagg is questioning his religious principle. Blagg says it would be a shocking blow for the Archbishop. See, Uranus is here. All swans in England are now owned by the Queen. Wow. How did she buy them all? Dean Blagg has creatively and successfully stolen from the church. Financial deceit is being committed against the church. That is very true. I don't even want to read the other one.
You must not grant Thomas Blagg the bishopric of Salisbury, your grace, for it seems Dean Blagg has been embezzling from the church. He has been removing cathedral furnishings, fine paintings, tapestries, candlesticks and the like, and selling them for his own enrichment, or mayhap to pay off his personal debts.
Verily? Well, I do hear it remarked that the Rochester Cathedral has been looking a little Puritan of late. Mayhap I shall have my chaplain cast an eye over the cathedral accounts.
Yes, do.
Before you leave, your grace, perchance I may broach a small matter of my own. Methinks you have the power to grant medical licenses, do you not? Although I am an experienced physician, you may have heard of my work during the plague of 1592, for instance, I am not technically licensed to practice medicine. It has been causing some administrative troubles of late. I wonder if your grace might condescend to help me by...
You would have me grant you a medical license, would you?
If you'd be so kind.
I suppose that might be arranged.
Ooh.
Leave it with me, and I will have my chaplain
yes.
look into it.
I thank you heartily, your grace.
Wow.
Your grace is most generous.
This could work. Screw everyone else. We just have to focus on this guy. What happened though? Why does the Queen own every single swan now? Was she just... I like swans today. Let's decree that they own them all. In truth, it is well known that Blagg is not only a thief, but not developing Puritan sympathies as I had feared.
Alice Blagg is on the make, mayhap even on the take. Could it be for her family's sake? Seriously give her a break.
She's been dealt a bad deal.
God give you good day, Mistress Blagg. Pray tell, what brings you?
I would know whether my lover, Owen Wood, is resolved to leave me something in his will.
Wait,
a small
I thought
legacy,
she was going with a
mayhap.
bishop?
A large one. I do hope he intends to leave me something.
Owen Wood? He is the Dean of Armagh, is he not? Was not your interest directed toward the Bishop of London?
Aye, but your counsel for wooing him served me most ill.
Oh.
When the bishop came to visit the archbishop in Lambeth, I smiled and nodded and kept my knees together like you advised, but 'twas all for naught. The archbishop's wife thought I was taken ill and sent me to bed directly after dinner.
Forsooth, I am sorry to hear it,
Whoops.
though mayhap it was for the best. Now, perchance we may proceed to this matter concerning Owen Wood. Pray tell, why would you wish to know whether he has included you in his will? Is he gravely ill?
Not presently, but methinks he will be soon, for he has gone to Ireland to join that peacocking mumphead, the Earl of Essex.
Oh boy.
I see. He has gone to fight in Robert Devereux's military campaign to put down the Catholic rebels in Ireland. But you're being a little harsh, are you not?
God.
'Tis true he has had some bad luck of late, but the Earl is a fine...
Oh, a swole-headed failson is what his lordship is. 'Twould not surprise me if he read his map upside down and marched his men into a bog to drown. Pray, let us do my reading, if you please.
Okay.
Certainly.
Certainly.
If Owen Wood, the Dean of Armagh, were to die, would Alice Blagg inherit anything from his estate?
Let's see. Owen Wood has frittered away his fortune. Uh-oh. Dean Wood's time in Ireland will be gentle. Good angels will compel Owen Wood to be faithful to his wife. Romance between Alice and Owen Wood is married with conflict and deceit. Or this represents deception. Owen Wood is keeping a secret to be revealed upon his death. Owen Wood could not resist being charitable to his lover Alice. She is due to receive a legacy from Wood upon his death, much or to the surprise of the chagrin of Mistress Wood. I mean, at this point I have no idea, so let's just say sure.
You are indeed mentioned in Dean Wood's will. Unbeknownst to his wife, he plans to leave you a portion of his fortune. Forsooth, that is what the stars do tell, but if I might offer you my own counsel...
Oh, what an angel of a man! Did I not know it? Dearest Owen, I shall raise a toast to him at the Quiet Bear this even.
Right. Historically, monarchs wanted to keep exclusive right to hunt swans to stop people eating them all. But eating swan fell out of favor, but the legislation never changed. I see. Very interesting. But yeah, I can see from this game that they were definitely eating them. This night I will sleep soundly, mayhap for the first time since I learned that Blake has ruined us. Alright.
Almighty God shelter
there he is.
Thomas Blagg. Take him in thy merciful arms, and shake hands into him.
Never. It's a lost cause.
Good dawning, D. Blagg. How may I do you service this day?
I must begin by thanking you for your previous service, Dr. Foreman. For though the previous reading you gave me was hard to hear, it was honest and true.
We got it.
Ah, yes. Raleigh and Essex's pursuit of the Spanish treasure ships did not end well, so I hear. Though I am glad I was able to give you fair warning of it.
As am I. A most lamentable affair that has cost me very dear. And I know not how, but my wife Alice has lately learned of our perilous financial situation.
Ah, has she?
Aye, and she has had me petition the Archbishop for a promotion. 'Tis her reckoning that if I were promoted to bishop, the increased living would enable me to settle our debts.
That would seem wise under the circumstances. And was your petition successful?
It was. At least at first. Indeed, His Grace did have me believe he is minded to make me Bishop of Salisbury.
The Bishopric of Salisbury?
Amazing.
But that is excellent well, is it not?
It would be very well, forsooth. But many months have passed, and the Archbishop gives yet no sign of granting the vacant bishopric to anybody.
Right.
I see. And he does not say when the matter may be decided?
Nay, indeed he does not. Whenever I raise the question with His Grace, he says he needs time to consider the various episcopal and doctrinal matters concerning such an appointment. All the while, he has me performing additional duties that I dare not refuse, lest I lose his favour. And Mistress Blagg has sent him pies upon numerous occasions.
And yet the Archbishop is not moved? Oh, he must be a very hard man indeed, for your wife's pies are well renowned for their powers of persuasion. Now, let us see what the stars can tell us. Will Thomas Blagg, Dean of Rochester, be granted the bishopric of Salisbury?
Yes, I've heard of her pies. Blake's relationship with the Archbishop will remain amicable. Blake has demonstrated his godliness. Blake's professional ambition will be realized if he exercises patience. A deception concerning the theft of goods has been uncovered. Blake's advice to travel with his wife. God will help Blake succeed by radically transforming the Archbishop's opinion of Blake's intelligence, thus raising the Archbishop's esteem. Blake's will be granted the bishopric, which comes with a considerable increase in pay. I think you need to run, dude. But I don't want to warn you. I mean, I'm sorry. I don't give a shit at this point. I just need the bishop to be good with me.
The stars do confirm that you will be granted the bishopric, for you have acquitted your duties well and proved yourself a skilled administrator. Forsooth, I've heard it remarked that the recent removal of some of your cathedral's more decadent furnishings has rendered the cathedral more, well, more suitable for humble worship and sober reflection.
Blessed news! And upon which day will I be ordained? I must inform Mistress Blarg, so that she may prepare our household for removal to the Bishop's Palace at Salisbury.
Well, I would advise you and Mistress Blarg not to act too precipitously, for the stars indicate that you may need to exercise the Christian virtue of patience, as...
Patience? Sirrah, do not speak to me of patience. John Whitgift has strung me along for over a year on this matter.
Uh-oh.
A bishop's living is little use to me if I'm to be bankrupted while waiting on it.
I mean... Oh god. Did we lose the program? Oh fuck. We had it. I shall have stern words with the Archbishop, or Alice shall have stern words with the Archbishop's wife. Of course. Oh, this guy again. Is he alive? Is he? Did he come back from the Venice carnival?
And for his verse they done him to hang.
Yikes.
Good morrow, Mr. Moore. You are returned from Italy, I see.
Aye, and I had the most enlightening experience.
Right.
My tutors taught me all about those ancient Romans and whatnot.
I see.
Indeed. 'Tis a changed man you see before you now.
Don't believe that for a moment.
worldly man of culture and learning.
Yeah, no.
Mayhap you would benefit from taking a tour of Italy yourself, Foreman.
Alas, Mr. Moore, I must remain in London to care for my querents. To wit, what brings you this day?
Well, no sooner did I return to
There he
London
goes.
than I did become acquainted with the most
There
wondrous
it is.
creature. A lady who has been lately widowed.
Uh-oh.
Ah, let me just take some notes here.
Uh-oh.
Is this one dark or fair? Auburn with eyes of green, mayhap? I do not believe there's yet been an auburn-haired maid.
Fie, Mr. Foreman. Prithee show more respect for ladies than to view them as mere collections of physical charms. Beauty alone is of nothing to a man such as I. Nay, my heart does belong to a worldly woman of culture and learning. Her head almost as striking as the soft hair and radiant eyes that adorn it.
Am I sharp?
Indeed, her gift of understanding is so strong she can listen to my sonnets for hours
Yeah,
on
that's Emma
end.
Sharp.
She can she? Forsooth, the lady does show great strength of mind indeed. And how might I advise you?
I would have you tell me whether I should marry her, for,
No.
as you know, I have offered my troth to ladies in
saving
the
your life
past,
here.
and it has not ended well for me. So, this time I did tell myself, Lancelot, you will proceed with caution.
Good.
You will know the lady for at least a month before you think of wedding her,
yes.
and then you'll go directly to Foreman for his counsel.
Good.
Then let
Very
us
good.
consult the stars now.
Okay, buddy.
Should Lancelot Moore marry this wondrous and worldly
I
widow?
will save your life right now, buddy. The widow is an intelligent woman who aspires to greatness through relationships. Does that suggest I have cruel intentions towards my querent, Lancelot Moore? God favors a marriage. No. The sinful hidden motives are at play, Neptune. Moore is allowing his emotion to rule his finances, putting them at risk by acting impatiently, and here's Uranus. The match would provoke an unexpected death, resulting in an inheritance. See? Man, I'm getting good at this, guys. I called it. I called Uranus. I knew it was there.
You must not marry this lady, sir. You are a wealthy man, and she has designs upon your fortune that may result in your untimely death.
Ye gods! Verily?
I am afeard so. You must take care not to let your emotions lead you astray.
She seemed so. She told me she... Are you sure?
Yep.
You did not put a planet in the wrong house or
Not
whatnot?
this time.
Aye, quite sure.
Oh, well indeed, 'tis most lamentable.
Trust me, when it comes to
Oh,
Uranus,
what a
I am
waste
always
of
deadly
such
serious.
Fine eyes. Mayhap Emma has a sister.
Emma. There she is. Got her. Got her. I shall say I respect her too much to bind her within the shackles of marriage. Mayhap then she will let me lie with her. Oh. Sybil, it's been a while.
When she tries her best, 'tis then she does her worst. From being overdressed to poisoning her guests.
Yes.
Ambition
Good day, Mistress Fortescue.
I do hope you may help me, Dr. Foreman, for I am mightily afflicted with fever and pain.
Oh.
Yes, I see. Your face is a trifle red in colour. When did your troubles begin? At a dinner party, perchance?
Nay, 'twas at a luncheon, the one I gave this day. I sought to play a trick upon my friend, Lady Emma Dyer, and I worry God is punishing me for my japery.
And what manner of jape did you play on your friend at this luncheon of yours? Pray, describe the ruse to me.
Well, I came upon the idea when I took receipt of a trunk full of exotic goods from the New World.
Right.
Lovely gifts sent home to me by my gallant husband. Know you of my husband, Captain Henry Fortescue?
Yeah, I've heard of the
He's
man.
a great friend of Sir Walter Raleigh, of course.
Of course, yes.
I think you have mentioned him once or twice, madam.
Yes.
The trunk contained a parcel of dried fruits.
Right.
Full red in colour they were, and with them a note of warning. On it was writ that these fruits, if not consumed in moderation, can provoke a hot, pricking fever when ingested.
Ah, yes. I have read of this fruit in the writings of Spanish explorers. Capsicum icaramba mequema is the botanical name, I believe.
Capsicum
I am well
icaramba.
known for serving the most original dishes at my table. Hence my guests were not surprised when I invited
Think it's
them
like
to try
pepper.
my exotic
Icaramba.
fruit. I served them each a sweet pie containing one of these, capsicum...
Icaramba mequema.
But I made sure Emma received a pie containing the very largest fruit, and I the very smallest one.
I see. You hoped to occasion a fever in your friend while escaping the same fate yourself. And yet this ruse did not succeed, I take it.
Nay, it did not, Dr. Foreman. Most of my guests dared only take one bite of their pies before abandoning them, finding themselves unequal to the challenge. But Emma ate hers all up, as did I. I was sure I would be safe, and that she would turn red and begin to perspire most shamefully, but she remained as cool as a cucumber.
But you, madam?
But I began to feel such pain in my mouth and throat. My face and eyes turned red. Moisture gathered on my brow and bosom, and damp marks appeared on my bodice. I could not conceal it from my guests. 'Twas humiliating.
How distressing for you, madam. Let us now seek a solution to this mystery in the stars. What might explain the querent's affliction?
Some very hot pepper. It could experience a short-lived attack of lusty passion. Condition of occasionally bodily heat and blood. The queen has been bewitched. The queen is suffering from a kind of quinsy caused by an abundance of blood flowing to the head and throat. That's not true. She's been bewitched. Obviously, it was Emma.
Your suffering is the work of witchcraft, madam. The witch used her magic to exchange Lady Emma Dyer's suffering with yours, doubtless through some complex process of bodily transmogrification.
Oh!
Aye. Or indeed the witch contrived to switch your pies. 'Tis not entirely clear. What is clear, however, is that the use of such magic is exceeding risky. You might have died, madam.
Verily, 'tis sad that Emma feels she must stoop to such low, unnatural tricks to gain advantage over me.
Forsooth, 'tis most lamentable. To summon the dangerous power of the dark arts to achieve such trifling ends as besting a rival at a mere luncheon party. In truth, 'tis very reckless indeed.
Well, to be sure, Doctor, 'twas well to have this mystery resolved. God give you good evening.
Wait, why did you give me a negative review? What? She was pleased for the ring I gave, but it didn't look like it. Oh, well, never mind. We received the recommendation. Good. Fine. Someone may think my dinner's foolish, but I want more affair. Oh, it's because of I said that dinners were foolish. More fair state of resolved at my table than by the Privy Council. Alright, look, I'm just trying to out Emma here, okay? I need to do something about her. It's my duty at this point.
Humphrey Bell, who
What the hell is this guy?
mayhap a little shy, but pleasing to the eye. His eyes, his hair,
Oh boy.
the form, so smooth, has he a sweetheart? Pray tell us the truth.
Huzzah!
Good morrow, young sir. Methinks this is your first consultation, Mr.
Humphrey Bell, sir.
And how may I do you service this day, Mr. Bell?
I want to get lean in that.
You wish to
Sorry,
become
what?
lean, you say? And why would you need to be any leaner than you are now? You do not appear at all overplump. Indeed, you appear to be a young man in the full vigour of health.
Yay, but I do the lady parts though, innit?
You do the lady
Sorry,
parts.
what?
Oh, I see. You are a player who plays feminine roles upon the stage. Yes, I think I recognize you now. You play for Lord Chamberlain's men, do you not? The company of players led by Will Shakespeare,
Oh, I
Richard
see.
Burbage, and Will Kemp, among others.
Aye, sir. I play for them as a hired man, and next month I'm to play a fairy queen in a play we're doing for Lord Hunston at his daughter's wedding. But boss man Burbage says I'm too plump for the role.
Right.
Humphrey, your girth does make it difficult for an audience to imagine you getting up out of your fairy throne, let alone flying.
Yes, I think I understand. 'Twould imperil the audience's suspension of disbelief, thus breaking the fourth wall, as you players so call it.
Ah, sir, indeed. Mr. Burbage worries much for them scenery walls, for he says my rear end is of such a size,
Wow.
'tis liable to smash right through 'em. Anyways, Mistress Burbage told me that to fit into her gowns, she bids herself chunder after eating. Might you give me some herbs for that or something?
That is such a bad
And
idea.
Mistress Burbage would be Richard Burbage's wife, I presume. Well, to judge what would be most effective in your case, I shall need to consult the stars. What should Mr. Humphrey Bell do to become leaner?
Maybe you should just, get a different job. Humphrey may provoke downward purging from his fundament by inducing an imbalance of phlegm. Humphrey may induce upward purging from his stomach by consuming canis sicco excrementum to induce imbalance of choler. Or Humphrey's condition has been provoked by chronic overconsumption of food. He must commit to underconsumption of food. He hopes to become leaner. Yeah, diet seems like a very good idea of all the options.
The solution is quite simple, Mr. Bell. If you would make yourself leaner, you have but to eat less.
Why would I need a doctor to tell me that though? I need something to do it quicker than that, urgent like. Know you what I mean?
Indeed. Sadly, I am familiar with the tendency of the young folk of this day to seek quick, easy fixes to their problems.
What about Mistress Burbage and her chundering though? Can I not have what she is taking?
She's
Well,
very
there
unhealthy.
are ways to induce imbalances in your body to purge itself, but doing so is not at all healthsome. For instance, I might have told you of the dangerous practice of taking goodly quantities of prunes and rhubarb to purge from the fundament, but that would have been negligent of me, for as a physician I cannot endorse...
Prunes and rhubarb? So I just eat them things. Easy. Thank you, Doctor. Give you a good day.
Hold, sir. I'd strongly advise against such a...
Okay, he died. He just fell through the floor and died. I think he shot himself to death as well. Oh, there he is. Is he alive? Huh.
Nobles like him do fare up more than down. His family's too grand to jest, too courage to jail. But if Essex disobeys the Queen, she'll put him in the ground.
Fair enough, fair enough.
Good day, my lord. I must own, your lordship's visit to my chambers does surprise me, for I'd believed, well, indeed, all of England believes, that you are in Ireland at present.
Did anyone see me? No? Good. Now, bid your manservant close the shutters.
As your lordship pleases. William! William! Pray close the shutters. Yes, all of them. And fetch us some candles.
I pray the counsel you give me this day be wise, sirrah, for I find myself in the most desperate of predicaments.
And the last advice I gave you? That of offering to lead a military campaign to put down the Irish rebellion? I trust it worked to win back the Queen's favour. Indeed, the parade given to send you off was most impressive. I was there. Did you see me? I did wave at you. Nay, I do not imagine you would have seen me. So great were the crowds.
Yes, my offer to lead the campaign was well received by the Queen. But there was a fatal flaw in your advice.
Oh, and this flaw was...
Is it not obvious? I had to verily go to that midge-ridden bog hole and try to put down the Irish.
What the fuck are you...
God's breath! Have you seen the Irish?
Fine,
They are
folks.
savages. That Irish chieftain O'Neill and his band of fen-born brutes are especially bad.
Forsooth, they sound most fearsome. 'Tis a mercy you escaped with your life and are now back home safe in England.
You never went.
Nay, I am not yet safe in England, I fear. For when the Queen finds out that I made a truce with O'Neill, heaven only knows how ill she will take it. Even my leaving Ireland without her permission will doubtless
Then
vex
why did you
her.
do it?
Then the Queen has not been informed of your return?
Nay, she knows yet nothing of it.
Oh my god.
I am at present taking refuge with my sister, the Countess of Devonshire, at
Oh,
her
not the
country
Countess of
estate.
Devonshire.
But I cannot hide there forever.
She thinks
Hence, I am
onions
come
are
to
evil.
you this day so that the stars may advise me on how I may extract myself from my current predicament and win back the favour of the Queen.
Then let us see what the stars advise. How might Lord Devereux escape the
I'm a bit
displeasure
tired
of
of
Her
saving
Majesty
his
the
ass,
Queen
honestly.
and regain her favour?
God damn. At this point, I kind of want him to fail. God will help Devereux if he appeals to the Queen's vanity and exercise patience. Must use his best asset to ward off the Queen's anger, his magnificent body. Devereux may revive his hopes for a brilliant career, will not is lost. Or Devereux must contrive a way to make the Queen see his disobedience within the context of their personal relationship rather than as an act of disloyalty to the Crown. Devereux imperils his legacy with his tendency towards confused optimism. But Devereux risks being subject to the violence of the law. Devereux may reverse the political situation back to his advantage by having the Queen look upon him as the son she never had. These are both terrible. You know what? Go get her, Stallion.
Your lordship must not give up hope, for though our Queen may have the stomach and heart of a king, she has but the body and mind of a weak and feeble woman. Hence the stars suggest you use your manly physical attributes to resolve this affair.
I see. Use my imposing presence and masculine intelligence to overpower her.
Yeah, that's gonna end well
Show
with
her who is truly
Elizabeth.
sovereign.
Nay, my lord. Quite the reverse. You must appeal to her vanity and captivate her with your bodily charms. Perchance a tighter-fitting doublet would serve to...
God's yardle! You would have me bed the Queen?
Yes.
Doubtless you have never seen Her Majesty at close quarters, Foreman. Elizabeth may be in fine health for an old woman, but she is more advanced in years than my own mother.
I am afeard the stars are most clear on this, my lord.
I see. But how am I to find a moment alone with her? If I make an entrance at court whilst Her Majesty is surrounded by guards and courtiers, I may be arrested on the spot.
So just sneak in at night.
It would be most perilous. Hold, I think I have it. My lord, if you were able to insinuate yourself into Whitehall Palace one morning before Her Majesty rises, you could approach the Queen while she is still alone in her
This is
bedchamber.
such a bad plan.
By the saints, 'tis no ill idea. I shall prepare to mount a surprise attack upon the Queen's defences. Huzzah!
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 Godspeed, my Lord Devereux.
What the fuck are we doing? I would not be sorry to leave my sister Penelope's house. Fie upon her! I shall eat as many cherries as I damn well please. Ah, yes, she had it for cherries, not onions. That's him. Alright, shh, everybody. Quiet. William. Oil up. Damn, there was a long one that said nothing.
Good day, Your Grace, and well met. Might I inquire whether Your Grace has made a decision regarding whether to give Thomas Blagg the bishopric of Salisbury?
Ah, yes, Dean Blagg. I had my chaplain look into what you told me regarding irregularities in Dean Blagg's stewardship of Rochester Cathedral. Methinks you said he was embezzling coin and pawning cathedral furnishings, did you not? Well, it seems you did speak true.
Oh, indeed?
Of course, I will make nothing of it, as I wish to avoid the scandal.
Of course.
I merely told Dean Blagg that I could not offer him the bishopric due to various episcopal and doctrinal constraints.
Ah, yes.
Of course. And what problem would Your Grace wish me to address this day?
Oh, 'tis a problem with my other deans.
Oh, which ones?
With each passing day there seems to be a new dean at the palace gates, come to petition me for this wretched bishopric of Salisbury. Presently, 'tis Owen Wood, the Dean of Armagh. Since he returned from Ireland, he talks of nothing else.
How tiresome for Your Grace.
Indeed. I have told Owen that I am giving his request careful consideration, but in my experience, this only delays a dean for so long. I do have to grant the occasional bishopric, or else my deans become restless.
Doubtless, Your Grace.
But after what I learned about Dean Blagg, I must take care to exercise caution.
That's very true, yeah.
Hence, I would have you tell me anything you know. That is, anything the stars reveal.
So
about
wait, he came
Owen
back,
Wood
or
that would render him unsuitable
Lady
to
Blau
perform
with
the
the,
role of bishop?
Then let us ask
very
the
angry
stars.
with me.
Is there any reason why the Most Reverend John Whitgift, the Archbishop of Canterbury, should not grant
Very
Owen
angry.
Wood the bishopric of Salisbury?
I don't know, maybe? While Owen is uncertain about whether he will be offered the Bishop of Salisbury, he remains optimistic. Owen Wood is a vain but patient man who has God on his side. John Whitgift is impossible to please. John Whitgift should bring Owen Wood's dream of being a bishop to life. Or, when it comes to his relationship with women, Owen Wood has a creative interpretation of the teachings of the Bible. That is true. He was going with the wife. Owen Wood has betrayed his wife. An unexpected problem may arise concerning Owen Wood and some unborn children. Oh, here we go.
I must advise against granting Owen Wood the bishopric, for the stars reveal that he has sinned most grievously.
Ah, verily? Grievously, you say?
I am afeard Dean Wood did commit the sin of adultery.
Ah, nothing else?
'Twas more than once, Your Grace.
Still following
Doubtless,
Uranus, hell yes.
While I appreciate
I mean, I didn't even
your
see it
most
was there, but I
excellent
knew it.
discernment of this information
Deep down,
from
within
the
Uranus.
stars, I must own that Dean Wood's extra-clerical activities are already well known to me. Why, even my own wife has had a tumble with the man.
Your Grace, I am sorry.
Hold, Sarah. In truth, 'tis of no consequence to me. What occurs in Lambeth Palace bides in Lambeth Palace, as we like to say.
Right.
But you are right to remind me of Dean Wood's indiscretions. For mayhap it be not wise to elevate Owen to such a public position as bishop. I do have the reputation of the church to consider.
Indeed, Your Grace.
I will tell Owen
yes.
that while I had every intention of granting him the bishopric, my hands are now tied due to various
Episcopal and doctrinal
episcopal
constraints,
and
yes, we
doctrinal
know the gist.
constraints.
Very wise, Your Grace. And one more matter, if I may. Has your grace yet had the opportunity to consider the granting of my medical license?
Ah, yes, that. Once my chaplain has finished looking into the matter, I shall be giving it careful consideration.
Yes.
Good
I think this
day.
is another one of the lies. The way he has to buy time. I am, however, very, very close. Ashamed to disappoint Owen, but the church cannot tolerate scandal of this nature. We are not the Catholic Church in Rome.
Since blind
Uh-oh.
Alice in the lurch, for solution she must search. 'Tis true she's now bedded half the church.
She's now bedded half the
Alice
church.
in the lurch.
Oh, man.
Good day, mistress. What brings you?
I am come about my lover who has lately returned from Ireland.
Oh, is he now?
Ah, yea, and your current lover is, as I recall... Ah, yes, your lover at present is Owen Wood, the Reverend
It's
Dean of
hard to keep
Armagh,
track of
is
all
it
of
not?
them, you know.
Aye.
And according to my notes, you were afeard he might die in battle, and yet you do not appear to be much pleased he's returned alive. Whatever is the matter, madam?
It is being said around the diocese that my lover, Owen Wood, is romantically entangled with 2 other women.
Oh, boy.
And who might these 2 other women be? Might one of them be his wife, or...
Of course not. Do not jape with me, Foreman. I did hear that one of the ladies Owen is seeing is Mistress Ways, while the other is a certain Anne Hayborn, with whom I am not yet acquainted.
Right.
I do hear she is a very young and comely maiden, though mayhap a maiden no longer. I prithee, scribble one of those doodles of yours and tell me if this be true.
Madam, if you will but afford me some silence and calm, I will compose one of my doodles, as you so call my mathematically precise
God damn it.
astronomical charts, and endeavour to answer your question. To wit, is Owen Wood, the Dean of Armagh, wooing other women?
Very likely. Wood is deceiving Alice and wooing other women, but Alice may be optimistic for his relationship with these women who are married by discord. Right. Owen Wood, to everyone's great surprise, will abandon his wench-chasing way. Will he? Really? Owen Wood is conducting numerous romantic affairs, aspires to bed sweet, gentle ladies. Yes. Wood, the time in Ireland has given him occasion to reflect intelligently upon the current state of his financial affairs. He has decided to curtail his profligate spending. God disgracing Owen Wood will maturity. No, he won't. I do like this one though. Maybe he will abandon his wench-chasing ways. But Uranus is in retrograde. That's not a good sign. I think he's just a dick, you know?
Alas, I am afeard your suspicions are well founded, madam, for the stars do indicate that Dean Wood has been paying court to several other ladies.
Fie! What a maid-fiddling maggot of a man is he! Be I not woman enough for him?
Well, indeed, my chart does seem to suggest that if he does seek intimacies further afield, 'tis owing to...
Pray, go on. 'Tis owing to what?
To a preference for sweet and gentle companionship of a more feminine nature.
Does he indeed? How very
Oh, boy.
interesting. Nay, verily, fie upon Owen Wood. On my honour, he will very likely want some sweet and gentle treatment once I am finished with
Why are you
him.
mad with me though?
Godspeed, Mistress Blagg.
I did nothing. I just told you how it was. Oh man. I should call him a snatch-grabbing dog botherer of the lowest order, and horse-fluffing horson if there be ink for it. Oh. He's back again. So quickly.
Archbishop, priest, gift. Ye priests, have heard, scattered and
Shut up.
God give you good even, your grace. I trust you were pleased with the previous counsel I gave you? The advice I gave against granting Owen Wood the bishopric of Salisbury.
Ah, yes. Your counsel
so
did
close.
indeed prove sound. For Dean Wood is now cod's deep in scandal. The parish council has received numerous paternity suits.
Oh, shit.
And 'tis said that scores of defiled wenches bethrong the gates of his deanery each morning, clutching suckling babes and demanding recourse. As for young Anne Hayborn, she has had her reputation ruined, and Dean Ways is barely speaking to his wife anymore.
On my word, how disgraceful.
Aye, indeed. If only Owen had the sense to exercise more discretion.
Yes, indeed, Your Grace.
The Bishop of London, for instance, manages his affairs very quietly. I might have been able to look the other way, but in this instance I could not let Owen's indiscretions pass. For a wretched local woman by the name of Mary Payne got wind of the scandal and stirred up a public fuss about it.
Not Mary.
Oh, the devil take the woman and her bacon-faced husband.
If I might venture an opinion, Your Grace, mayhap if we were to pay no heed to Mary Payne and her ilk, they would eventually tire of their animus and leave us all be.
I don't think so.
But is it upon such problems you come this day, or upon some other matter?
I am come about my health. I believe I do ail of something.
Really?
Then pray, describe your complaints to me, Your Grace.
Well, I am afflicted with pain in my back, and at times I find myself hard of breathing.
Oh.
Indeed, I feel I may have phlegm in my chest.
Really?
And I do bear these odd-looking spots upon my body that will not mend.
Uh-oh.
If you will permit me to loosen your ropes to examine you. I see. Methinks I have a notion of what ails you. Let me confirm it with a reading of the stars. What troubles Archbishop Whitgift?
Mattering in the breast. Cause chest pain, which is occasionally corrupt phlegm having gathered in the chest. Hopefully not. John Whitgift is afflicted with knobs on the yard, a disease associated with lechery and characterized by wart-like growths on the privy member. Definitely not. John Whitgift is suffering from the French pox, a venereal disease occasioned by lying with a pocky person. Characterized by persistent sores on the arms and legs, short-windedness and bodily aches. I don't think that's the one. Or is it? I mean, he did say he had, like, phlegm in the chest, but why did we make him strip? Oh man. If I get this wrong, it's gonna be the end of me. Okay, definitely not this one. It's just a severe imbalance of the yellow bile, scorpion rule of the reproductive system. God, but if I tell him he's got a venereal disease, it's gonna kill me. He's never gonna give me my license. It did say pain in the back. Persistent sores on the arms and leg, short-windedness and bodily aches. That's supposed to suggest pox too. Yeah. Did he actually say he has spots though? Or did we just took a look at him, but he never actually say anything? The description is there. Where is it? Oh. Backache, short-windedness, and spots. Oh, right. Yeah, well, unfortunately, I guess this is right. Because, I mean, this is like lung cancer, but it doesn't definitely give you spots. Oh, boy.
Your Grace, I know not how to put this delicately. You have the French pox. I am not sure how this is possible, as you're a man of the cloth. Indeed, mayhap I check the stars again.
No need. I did suspect as much.
Was it William? I'll kill him.
How astute of you. The French pox can oft be difficult to cure, but in your case, it is not far advanced. This ointment of boar grease and mercury is to be applied to your entire body. It must be rubbed in vigorously to ensure the mercury is well absorbed into the skin. You may then expect to see the sores on your body start to heal within a matter of days.
I see. And, I imagine your manservant William will be giving me this treatment.
Yes, of course, we can arrange that.
No, Your Grace. The grease is to be taken home with you and applied each night before bed for 9 days. Mayhap your chaplain could
I mean,
apply
I
it
could
to your Grace's
send
body.
William just specifically
yes,
for this.
A fine idea. I thank you for this treatment, sir.
Yes.
Fare you well,
happy.
Dr. Foreman.
Before you leave, Your Grace, might I inquire again as to the possibility of you granting me a medical license? Your Grace did mention you would give it careful consideration.
Ah, yes. Indeed I did I not?
Yes, you did.
Have no fear, Dr. Foreman. My chaplain
Of
is
course,
looking into it.
he's looking into
Good
it.
day.
God damn it. He's never gonna give me the license. He is mostly... We received a letter of recommendation from him. Does that count? I mean, I hope it counts. Received. We have 3. 4, I guess. Because that counts as an extra one. Oh no, John Wargift is up here. So no, we have 4. We could get a 5th one. Maybe a 6th one. Maybe we can do this. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, we will find out tomorrow because it's kind of late and I have to go. But yeah, I don't think the game is going to be much longer. So tomorrow we're probably going to finish this and then switch to Remnant. I did play Remnant. Not play, but like I just ran around trying to talk to people. I went back to places that were problematic to see if the update kind of fixed it. And in an hour that I tested the game, it never crashed. So we will try again as soon as possible. But yeah, I think we're gonna just get into this one and finish it first. So yeah, that is it for tonight, guys. Thank you very much for watching. I'll be back tomorrow, same time. For now, have a good day, have a good night, and goodbye.